What's up, everybody? What's up, Max and Galakt? How you guys doing today? Let's try to find a good rib key already. So this week shouldn't be too bad. I mean, like, we have like this Cathedral, but even then, stuff like that Cathedral shouldn't be too bad. In fact, this 14 Vault will probably be worse. And since it's fortified, even Cathedral isn't terrifying this week. Tyrannical is what makes it more intimidating. So let's just look for some rip keys. Paladins are always the first in the line of battle. Alright, let's start flying over to Cathedral. Cathedral plus 11, not too bad, especially not this week. Again, we have no Tyrannical, no Explosive. This week is Sanguine and Volcanic. So as long as I don't stand in anything. What's up, Demon Hunter? How you doing, man? Also, if you guys haven't seen this, I'll post that here. So we do have the polling for the next emoji up. And so that's gonna last a week, unless it's a like super clear winner like last time, but it'll last a week. I'll put it here today. I'll put it on Friday's stream. And then after today and Friday, I will work on it on the weekend, and we'll see what we come up with. We'll see what wins. But yeah, we'll get some summons going right now. There's a few people all over the place. But we're gonna start it off with a Cathedral plus 11. Hopefully we get some help for the summons. Really on what, Demon Hunter? I think one of our DPSers is a little far away. Huh. Okay. The one DPSer who's far away said he's flying over anyway. But Demon Hunter, yeah, we're getting all of the emojis, man. Gonna get this rip key right now with this Cathedral. You haven't slept after getting from work? Man, you need a nap. No, you're really clumsy. You should take a nap, man. Alright, so as soon as the last DPSer gets in here, we will be able to start this dungeon. Plus 11 shouldn't be too bad, honestly. Sanguine and Volcanic with Fortified. So for example, the mini boss is going to hit harder, but he's already a one-shot regardless of what you do. You had a BattleNet issue? What was your BattleNet issue, Demon Hunter? What's up, nerds? How you doing today, man? It wouldn't let you log in after maintenance. You know what I had? When I was logged in right now, right before I started the stream, I noticed that the BattleNet app itself, like it's called the agent. I noticed that it was using up 70% of my CPU. So I left it on during maintenance. So I'm wondering if maintenance had some sort of hiccups this time, because it was eating up my CPU, so I had to kind of restart everything to start off again. It was pretty bad how much it was eating away. It wouldn't let you log into any of your games. Maybe it was eating away your CPU too, and it was just super laggy. Like it was just gonna take forever to load up. Paulo, we are in a +11 Cathedral. You bet money it's gonna be a rib key, man. Although I'll tell you what, this week isn't too bad. Nerds, you did a +10 seat on what was it last week? Explosive Grievous? Is that what it was? Explosive Grievous Tyrannical Week? Jeez, that's a good key. That's a very good key to do. You've done everything, Demon Hunter? So +11 Cathedral. Let's get this small pull over here going. Actually, we can probably pull both of these groups, to be honest. Yeah, there's nothing stopping me from being able to pull both of these packs, so I'll go ahead and do that. I also forgot to switch out my trinkets. I was running through normals and heroics yesterday, so I have DPS trinkets, so I gotta change that after this pull. So as long as we keep that shadow wall interrupted, and as soon as these guys go down, we start pulling them back. You see there, we have some sanguine on the floor. Start pulling these guys back. That guy just went down, so I gotta pull these guys out. That caster is going to start, you know, healing just because it is a caster. So if you're a DPSer and you can go out of your way and interrupt that, you probably should. So let me go over here, get this mini boss pulled. I don't like it when this mini boss just gets pulled halfway through because we're running too. Oh, you see how many people went down to that? That's terrible. There's not much I can do about that either. It's not even like that's your fault. It's the boss faces a certain direction. You have to not be in that direction. So there's the shadow wave out to everybody. So I need to move him out of that sanguine. There it is. Let me move out of that as well. There's the sanguine again. Move him away. We'll see where the next shadow wave is. Let's see. Let's see. There's a shadow wave. Gotta move out of that. It's gonna hit. Oh. He managed to move out of the way. I think that trash pull might get pulled. Nope. Perfect. Alright, so now we got this trash. Not too bad. You've done everything. You just need to put a... Oh, you put a new antivirus. Oh, you still need to. Yeah, be careful what antivirus you put on there, because a lot of the free ones lately have been coming out with spyware. Like, I know there was a lot of people that use CC Cleaner, and then there was a lot of people that hated CC Cleaner, and it's probably a good thing that they hated it because it started coming with all the spyware in it. I think AVG got bought out by Avast, and Avast is known for just having a million pop-ups for their premium service. So, gotta be careful with your antivirus choices nowadays. So I'm gonna face all these guys away from the group towards this wall over here, and that's to stay away from the edge for the bats. For these guys right here. We do have that shadow wall going off as well. And somebody did interrupt it, so that's good. We're about to get one kill, so here it is. Let's run away from that. And again, I will face them towards the wall. And with even with fortified, it's the frontal swipe isn't the most terrible thing ever. I need to walk away from that sanguine. And another sanguine, and hopefully there it is. Yeah, no AVG. Yeah, no. CC Cleaner was yeah, absolutely. Move out of the peanut butter. That's what it feels like, Clint. That's what it feels like. And I still have not equipped my tanking trinkets. What a fail. Although it hasn't been that close of a call or anything. So I'm gonna move these guys away so that people can kind of climb up and around and get over here. Just because if we don't leave pathways, we'll end up dying. And we can do big pulls like this week because we don't have very many things that multiply as a result of the big pulls. Like we don't have bolstering, we don't have raging, we don't have explosive. So we can get away with doing pulls like this as long as you have the cooldowns necessary to survive. The only thing you really have to be careful of is, again, that sanguine. And I'm going to be pulling them into this huge back room behind me, and that room is going to have more than enough space for all of this sanguine. You know, we don't have Grievous, we don't have a lot of things that would really ultimately be the end of us because of the big pulls. So since I can survive them, we'll go ahead and do them. They'll help make up for a little bit of time in case we have a few wipes on the bosses or something like that. What's up, Chaos? What's up, Heather? And Paulo and Epic? How you guys doing? So at this point we haven't had we've had a lot of deaths in terms of people here. I think 3 of them were from the mini boss with the shadow waves, and so we've had a few others. I think mostly due to volcanic, although these if you pair up a volcanic with one of those fellhounds that jump on you at the exact same time, you're more than likely going to have a death. What's up, Katie? It was bolstering Grievous and Tyrannical last week, and you did a +10 seat. That's insane. That really is. That's something to be proud of, man. That's one of the harder weeks, and you managed to do the hardest key. Like bar none, right now, Seat of the Triumvirate is the hardest key. And it's not even like a matter of knowing or not knowing the fights. Even if you do know the fights, C is still one of the hardest keys. So we did have someone go down there, so I am gonna move out of that sanguine. And then here we go. We're gonna have another person go down. I'm gonna move out of that, and those 2 puddles are going to stack. So now we have the last one. Sorry about chat. I need to catch up. By deleting and recreating some files, you were able to log in. What's up, Epic and Katie? Pug Life, absolutely Pug Life. +11 Cathedral for this Pug Life. One thing I need to be careful of here is the sanguine here. So what I'm going to do is kind of keep them in this little room, and then as they start dying, I'm going to start moving them out. So there was 1 death, so I need to move out a little bit. And then here we're going to have a second death, in which case I'm going to have to move again. And there's the second death, and then the third one will die up here on the stairs as well. You don't want it to be in the middle of the stairs. That'll affect everyone. At least this way, you know, there's this little path right here. It's not much of a path, but it's something you can do. The seat took 2 hours and had 110 deaths. Wow. I thought it was going to be a clean run, nerds. I thought you were going to say, no, we beasted it. No problem. Seat of the Triumvirate is now our preferred Mythic Plus key. No worries. Alright, so we got all that, so we need to jump over this edge. Oh, okay. Or not. Or we can just run right into the trash. I mean, you know, different people. Different things that they like to do. There it goes. Oh man, the feed is jacked up. Yeah, I saw that the chat needed to catch up a little bit. You know what I realized is when the stream started, the people watching, I have a ticker that tells me how many people are watching. It wasn't updating at all. It just wasn't going. So not sure if they're having a few hiccups right now, but it's a possibility. Alright, and then we need to move them out of that sanguine. And somebody else is about to go down as well, so let's move them out of that Sanguine again. Now that Stranglevine is going to be hard to really kite because of that lowered movement speed, but there it is. It's in a good position now. It was in between a puddle of Sanguine and a puddle of poison. Am I still seeing imaginary Sanguine pools? No, not anymore. Thank God for that. No, that only lasted that 1 week, which was as soon as 725 went live, I want to say, was when I was seeing imaginary puddles. It had been a Sanguine week the week previous, and then the next week I was seeing those imaginary puddles. So maybe next week. I mean, this week right now is a Sanguine, so maybe this next week I will be seeing the imaginary puddles. So again, these fulminating lashers, I do not. They will explode, and there it is. So now the choking, the Stranglevine lasher will slowly deal with it. Ezekiel, you got a +10 done last week. Nice, man. Congratulations. You should be able to get it done this week as well. If you did it last week, this week should be a lot easier for you. A lot easier. No antivirus on the market can quarantine peanut butter. Clint, it was just once. It was just once. The other warrior, I think, did it once as well. Finished a dungeon with Epic. Nice. Yeah, Epic is helping you level up, right? Helping you come to the dark side. All right. So once we get everybody up, we'll go ahead and pull a coffin lid for an undead shield. Yep, that's what we got going. It's very thematic. I mean, we're in the month of Halloween, so I mean, you know, anything goes. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna have the ads right now. The only ad I'm really worried about is the ad that spawns right underneath the boss, which is this guy right here. And when he does do that cast time, I do want to move away. That AoE that he does do, it really does hurt. Although since it isn't tyrannical this week, I'm not too worried about any of these abilities, but this still does a lot of damage. Especially that Timber Smash. Still really hurts. The Mythic Invitational was a +17 seat. Oh man. Yeah, I saw that Mythic Plus Invitational. That was very good stuff. They were all capped at 935 and running +17s. It was good. It was really good. I also like the changes towards the end. In the beginning, they just kind of like would jump in and start doing the Mythic Plus keys. But at the end, they would show their legendaries. They would show the spec. They showed all sorts of things. The only thing is, when they picked that Prot Warrior, they didn't show those things when the run started, which is disappointing for me personally. I just wanted to see what they ran, but I guess not a big deal. They missed it on one game. But yeah, at the end when they picked that Prot Warrior, I was like, oh man. I hate this area, since you have to run through the Sanguine. I also hate this next area with the imps. Alright. I should be able to just do this. Alright, so at this point, what I really want to do is get them around the corner without pulling any of the other stuff in this room, so that they kind of run out here. But then the thing is, the Sanguine puddle is going to have really bad placement. So I don't see the imps behind me yet, so hopefully we can get this Arcane Horror down over here. We are going to have 2 more Arcane Horrors spawn because of these books, but there's not much I can do. They're on top of like the Sanguine puddles over there. So, oh no, they actually just despawned. It's the first time I see that happen. You were playing last night, you didn't get to roll on a greater invasion boss. What? Why not? Game just glitched out on you and didn't let you roll? Alright, so at this point, again, it's gonna run. We are going to run around the corner. There is a sanguine puddle here, so that kind of sucks. I don't want to land in that. That is a close call. Too many casters. Way too many casters. Hopefully we get some of those tomes down. If not, we're gonna have to deal with some arcane horrors. Alright, we got them down. Good DPS, getting them down. And now I can kind of put them in this beginning of the room. Yeah, this dungeon is probably going to be one of your worst case scenarios in terms of sanguine and placement because there's so many caster mobs. So unless you DPS them all down at exactly the same time, it's just going to be this small little nightmare whenever you are in here. So there it is. What I have to try to do is try to LOS them. So now they're on this side of the bookshelf, which isn't the best positioning because now I'm in the middle, but there's not much else we can do. We had a lot of these horrors spawn right now, so we got to try to pick them up and then just keep things moving. So we do have that sanguine right behind us. Again, we're going to get another tome, but that one did get cleaved down instantly, so that's good. And hopefully we get another kill going down. That's 2 of them, and that's alright. That's all of them. So hopefully this guy doesn't spawn because, yeah, it didn't keep us in combat. So I guess that's the trick we should go with. I think everybody's here. We'll get this pull going, and we'll be able to continue on. The good thing is, since we took everything kind of out of the middle, we don't have any sanguine right in the middle. That does almost one-shot somebody with this fortified affix this week. Alright, so here's the boss. Instant boss pull. And so let's get out of that and run back in. So one thing I will do with the next pull is the next pull does have, they're all at the stairs, and you don't want to kill them at the stairs. If you do, you're just going to get all these sanguine uh-oh, somebody stayed out. You're going to get all of these sanguine puddles right on the stairs, and it won't be a good time. Like, you're basically just not going to be able to make it to the next boss. You're just going to have all of these puddles, and trying to run through will one-shot you, so you don't want to do that. We do want to kill these books, though, so working on trying to get these books down. There it is. They're both down now. And I will have that heavy cudgel coming up soon. I think that mage got B-res and just went down again. I think that's what happened. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage here. I'm going to engage here and then stay back here. So a lot of these guys run away, but some of these do engage to me. So these guys right here, these like 5 or whatever, will come through. And now that a few of them have gone down, let me go around the other way, LOS them, get them to come over here, and start spreading that sanguine around everywhere. Just so that you guys saw that all 5 of them were right here. If we would have killed all 5 of them, I don't think we could have made it to these stairs. Maybe jumping across the little corner. So we do have 93% of forces. At this point, we're going to the spider boss. Read him a bedtime story from the shelf. That's what we did. That's exactly what we did. So sometimes some of these fighters do pull just like that. So let's get these guys down over here. Chaos, we'll see you when you get back, man. Oh, they were having a lot of problems yesterday after the during the Greater Invasion. Was this after the reset or before the reset? The last two boss can give us a rip key. I'm trying. This is gonna be one of those weeks where like this is the week to get those hard keys done. So what I'm gonna do is pull these guys off the side a little bit. Nope. There we have the boss coming. So let me pull these guys all the way down. I thought off to the side would be enough, but no. We'll do all the way down. Uh-oh. Alright. So there's the orb. We have to be very careful with this orb. Let me grab this person and bring them down as well. Hopefully they come all the way down here. That orb is going to go that way. Yeah, they are running down, so that's good. Except it's taken her a very long time to run down. And she was in a sanguine puddle for a very long time as well. So let's pick up this other ad. I don't think this orb caster is going to do much moving anymore. No. So at least we do have a bit of a path to run up. But again, a lot of these casters are just going to be a nightmare. Shagran, how you doing, man? What reset? You get a reset on Tuesdays. Unless you're EU, then you get them on Wednesdays. So regardless of what zone you're in, the reset should have happened either today or yesterday. You want to nip out with K? She will never again invite pally healers to keys. Was this after the Grievous week? She just had a very bad experience with pally healers? Alright, let's run in here. Get this done. So again, these summoned ads shouldn't be summoning anything like this. They shouldn't be summoning sanguine pools. So we'll see. The original ones do summon that, but these additional ones shouldn't. So we'll see if I'm right on that. Yeah, they all went down at the same time, so I actually wasn't able to tell. They normally don't, since they are summons. So these guys are summons, so these should not be dropping sanguine. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't see any sanguine dropping right below them. Some of them have gone down. Perfect. But yeah, the original ads do summon sanguine, and so does the mini boss. During your raid last night, a couple of people in your guild had the reset happen in the middle of it. The server reset? Pally healer are tough to master. Is it a rip key? Not so far, Shagran. We do have a lot of deaths though. We have 11 deaths, but no full wipes. No full wipes. So 11 deaths on a Cathedral plus 11. It's honestly not that bad for it being a Cathedral, but it's not that good either. You have bad experiences with pally healers too? That sucks. Priests and pallies are probably some of the easier healers to manage Grievous. Yeah, it might just be a healer who's not very used to the affixes. Also, last week was just that punishing week. If you have somebody let something go through and they don't handle one of those mechanics well, it's just gonna be one of those weeks that's very, very punishing, and it makes your healer look really bad because of that punishment. So there's the cleave, and we are going to have the doom very, very shortly. So there it is, the chaotic energy. Let's run in right before and run back out, face him away from the group. He does do that frontal cleave. there's that frontal cleave. It could telegraph to the ground a little bit better as well. It's very, very light. Rip key? Not yet, Clint. Not yet. Don't you wish that on me, Clint.
Beware. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So here we go. We have all these ads, and not everybody made it back in time. Not everybody made it back in time. A lot of people were out and about. So we do have a ton of ads. Just a ton of ads. So hopefully we can deal with this a little bit. At this point, we're not going to have any more ads unless... Is the Portal Guardian still up? No. Okay. So at this point, we're done getting new ads, but this might just be way too much. Alright, we just might be okay. I mean, we have one DPS up, and we have the one healer up. We just got a B-res up on one of the other guys. And at this point, no more ads. There it is. That was close. That was really close. Dead key walking here. Not yet. Not yet. I believe. I want to believe that Pug life is getting me through this. And there's the Sanguine from these guys as well. So I will try to concentrate it a little bit in the middle, since I'm going to be taking the next boss. I'm going to be dancing him kind of around the edges. So the Sanguine can be right in the middle. We don't need to use the middle at all. We could be using the outer edges of the room. The middle is for the Illidan phase, but at that point I have that shield and we should be alright. This is not a rip key. Alright, so here goes the debuff being handed out. People are going to have to move away. I just want to make sure it's not under me. There it is. It's very light, very faint. And there's a Carrion Swarm. So again, I'm going to be getting hit by this. Not much I can do about it. I just want to make it go out into the corner so it doesn't really hit anyone. The Sanguine should almost be done in the middle as well. By the time, honestly, we get to that secondary phase, we should be able to stand right in the middle. So here's a secondary Carrion Swarm, and then we're going to have the Shadow phase. So here's the Shadow phase. The Sanguine is gone. So now it's just a matter of DPSing all of the illusions and protecting Illidan. So we are just going to be protecting Illidan from all of these orbs. We should have another one coming from this direction. Oh, no, there's the new direction. And this guy just went down, I believe. This guy just came up. And Illidan's cast time is almost full. Now, unfortunately here, he might get hit one. No, okay. I thought the guy behind him was still up. So, there we are. Perfect. This is going to be a good key. How much time do we have left? We have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes, as long as we don't wipe it. You guys can see the 5 minutes over on the right-hand side, right? So, as long as we don't wipe this, pop that Spell Reflect for that Carrion Swarm. There it is. That is a successful Cathedral plus 11 key. That's not bad. Like I said, this week is going to be the easier week that you guys can get this kind of stuff done. So if you guys do need to get your keys done, get them done this week. You heard Rip Key was trending? Not today, boys. I keep persevering. That was a lot of ads on the second to last boss. That was a lot of ads. I didn't think we were going to make it. When that happened, I didn't think we were going to make it. Somebody got an arcane relic. Yeah, I really didn't think we were gonna make it when all of those ads came out, but we made it. Honestly, we made it. What's up, EN Static or N Static? How you doing, man? Let's find another key. That was fun. That was the first time I've been in Cathedral and actually enjoyed it. This is a +10. Let's see if we can find anything else. Plus, lower Kara is gonna have a lot of that trash that requires very careful placement. That group didn't have that many people in it yet. A seat +16. Oh, we got into the Kara. So Kara +12, I believe. Don't tell me what to do with my keys. This week, Clamp, get your +15 done. Rib key is not negative; it's a way of life. Oh man, Seed of the Triumvirate +15. You want to learn that dungeon? Epic. The past 2 live streams, I've started them with trying to do that Seed of the Triumvirate, and it doesn't pan out for us every time. I wonder what they're waiting for. There's a lot of DPS kind of waiting. I wonder what they want. There's a +11. Seat won't be too bad. It'll only take us 2 hours and how many? What was it? 2 hours and 10 minutes and 110 deaths, nerd. That was a good key. There was a lot of deaths along the way. I think a few of them early on were to volcanic. Because when you have those Fellhounds, they jump to people, right? And they do the Devour Magic. So if you get hit by a volcanic and then by a Devour Magic right after, you're done. You're going down. There's no way around it. So I think that's really what did a few of those early. You've completed the +15s before. No real reason to do it again. Yeah, no. There's no real reason to do it again unless you haven't. Like if you do not have your +15 achievement, get it done this week. You should tank a +15 this week, Clint. It allowed you to see everything that could kill you that night. That really is true, nerd. You were face to face with death so many times. Not quite sure why this group isn't forming. If they don't pick up more people, they might just be AFK, and I'll jump out. Try to find a different group. Katie did a +25 seat. Yeah, right. I think that might be pushing the boundary. Even she said no. Just gotta not push that boundary. There it is. We're finally inviting people. Alright. So there it is. We've got a full group. Let me start heading over to Lower Kara. That was a very good key though. That's a good way to start the stream. With that PUG life. Does Katie sell carries? What's up, Trace? How you been, man? I don't know if Katie sells. Katie, do you guys sell carries? Does your guild sell them? If so, how much for Mythic Kill Jaden? Yeah, the large majority. So I've only done one. No, I've done one seat. The highest I've completed a seat successfully is a +9. I did a +11. I've done a +12. I think I've done 2 +11s and +12 and 1 +12, but they always leave. We either get to the second to last boss or to the last boss, and after a few more wipes, maybe like another like 2 or 3 wipes on top of however many times we've wiped to get to that point, then they'll leave. they just get very frustrated. New emoji idea: pugs are people too. That's a lot. That's a lot to convey in an emoji, though. But that's actually pretty good. I'm good, Trace. I'm good. Hey, Trace. Dina hasn't been streaming lately, has she? Katie, you quit that life. You're not about that life anymore. Steering clear of seat. Yeah. I agree that if you don't want to wipe, you should stay away from it. 100%. What is Raider IO? Most pugs require that. Raider IO isn't something that you necessarily do. What Raider IO is, it's a website. So if you type in a URL, raider.io, you go to a website where what happens is every single key that you do is being logged, and it gives you a certain score. Now, depending on your score, that's what people. It's kind of like an, I guess you could argue, an item level of tanking. So if you do a lot of +10, okay, let me go look at my. So I don't do too many keys every week. I do kind of what you guys see here, and then that's about it on my tank. I don't really run too much more, but like my Mythic Plus score is 923 this season. Last season I was at 1,440. So it's like you get a score according to how many dungeons you run, according to how high the key is, and according to what the affixes are. So if you get a +20 done, like last week when it was really difficult, your score goes up a ton. So what most people do is they look up your score, and if it doesn't break a certain level, they just don't invite you. Yeah, it's something kind of like WoW Progress. And I understand, Katie. Playing WoW a little bit more relaxed is a little bit better. We're waiting on our healer. He said he's stuck in a loading screen, so we'll wait. So yeah, let me show you this. So if you look at my Raider IO score, if you scroll down a little bit, like my Mythic Plus Keystone, right? For warriors in my realm, I am 24th. For warrior tanks in my realm, I am 5th in score. And so if I were to start running more and more keys, my score would start going up. So you see that like I ran an EOA +13, it gave me a score of 130. So the more stuff I run, the higher my score can become. So if you run 10 keys a week, your score will be higher. What's up, Snubsy? Hey Snubsy, what was unveiled? Give us the TLDR, Snubsy. TLDR. Yeah, still waiting on this healer. Where are they at? Tempest Keep. Alright, I'm asking if they need a summon. If not, then alright, let's get this guy summoned. I don't know why he's in Tempest Keep. He said he was in the Dalaran loading screen. But no. Didn't get your phone, you're crying. You got waitlisted? So what was announced? What is it, is it just called like the Google Pixel 2? Or is it called something else? Pixel XL 2. How much? What's the price point on it? Alright, So hopefully this guy just gets over here as quickly as possible. If not, yeah, we'll try to find a new group. There's plenty of groups going on right now. This week is a week that no one's scared of running Mythic Pluses. With insurance came out to $950. Dang. But then if you do that refurb program, how much did that bring it down, by the way? Not sure why. Okay. What's up, Ghetto Blasted? How you doing, man? No wonder people won't take your 500-ish. Yeah, man. The more you run, the higher your score will be. That's why I try to do at least plus 10s. And on a week like this, you can get a lot of plus 10s done, to be completely honest. Ghetto Blastin', you missed a plus 11 Cathedral. That was not a rip key. We got it done on a plus 11 Cathedral, man. So this is also a plus 11 lower, and this lower is going to be a little bit more difficult just because of all of those ads that a lower has. Now these spirits do have a lot of HP, but it doesn't help that our DPS is a little low. That guy we were waiting for is only pulling 300k or 380k. Huh. Not good for a plus 10. We'll see how it works out. So I'm going to do a big pull here. So we'll see how this goes. So now we're going to have a few deaths here. And I'm going to move them to the wall. Hopefully they come all the way over here. And then we should have another death happening very shortly here on me. And there it is. And then I'll move these guys over, and then we'll have one more. And again, I will just keep backtracking. Just keep backpedaling so that you move out of the way of those puddles. Alright, not too bad. Brought it down 300. Nice with that. So if you turn in an old pixel, you get 300. Wait, you have to turn in an old pixel XL or just an old pixel itself? So wait, do you also need the proof of insurance, or does this mean that I can go on like eBay, find an XL for cheaper than 300 and turn it in for insurance? Alright, so we're going to do a big pull with these two packs here. So here it is, trying to maximize all of the deeps here. And we're going to have one person go down. So again, we're going to start that movement again. Here's another person that went down. We have two people still up. And we'll be good to go here. So hopefully someone kind of runs ahead of everyone and kind of starts that RP. Alright, so now we have to start the RP. Have to wait a few seconds. Just means I get to catch up with you guys. You had a DPS drop from an Ethereum layer plus 5. Yeah, Ghetto Blasting. You should do a little bit of screening. When keys used to deplete, if I ever ran my key, I would for sure screen a little bit. I would go look at their armory and see if they had done like normal, or if they had done any Mythic Plus keys. Like you can see all that information just in a regular armory as well. You notice you only do a 10 plus and get a 955 ring? Jeez. Ads are a nightmare here? Yeah. So a lot of these guys, although one thing that we can do is that we can kind of stack these pulls a little bit, just because What are they talking about? 5% more. We can stack these pulls a little bit because we don't have bolstering or tyrannical or anything like that. So when it comes time to do those next pulls, I will be able to stack them up a little bit. I'll be able to do slightly larger pulls than normal as a result of that. So one thing I do have to realize is that these guys are not ads, and I think these ruffians do die. Although I could be wrong. No, they don't die. They just kind of walk around. Alright, so perfect. We don't have to worry too much about the sanguine that they may or may not have because they don't have any. Alright, so let's start taking Murgria out here. Also, let's try to put out this flame. Perfect. Again, I am drenched, and I was trying to put out that fire, but that blazing cake actually made me run away. So we'll kind of keep it over here for a little bit. We've got that bubble blast happening right in front of us. I don't really want that to hit me. Now, since it is fortified week, you can kind of have a few mistakes happen when you're running a dungeon like this. See, I tried putting that out, and every now and then it just doesn't. It just lights me up on fire. So sometimes I just don't even bother with it. So there's the first boss. This next area is probably not going to be the most fun area, but we do have easy affixes, so I can pull a little bit more and not worry too much about it. There's the first few poetry slams. They're not going to hit me. So I cast in Eltharian's Lair, but I did have to cancel it because that volcanic was a little too close for me. One thing I do want to do is hug this wall. And if I hug this wall, the sanguines won't affect everybody else too much. So we should have a few of the sanguines kind of going down here. And there it is, the final curtain. Sanguine will drop right on that. Not sure why this person was trying to kill that Murloc. They're already done, they just run off stage. So we do have that going on. Alright, so now at this point, all I have to do is kind of keep them to this side of the room and we'll be fine. So again, there's a poetry slam. I don't want to be in there. And then we have a few final curtains going up. And then we'll be fine. There's a last final curtain went up right now. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to tell them to stay here. Because I'm going to pull some of these guys up here. We can stack up the pulls a little bit, but this is actually something else we can do. Alright, and as long as we cleave them a little bit evenly, we should be okay. No, there's the cast time. I canceled one of them, but not all of them were able to be cancelled rather. And we did have a little bit of that sanguine with that cast. So now we can move them back, and then we'll have a clear hallway. You can turn in most current phones, including the iPhone. Nice. So here's what I will do for this. Stack both of these guys up. They don't do any cast times, anything fancy like that. So I'll stack them up, and then I will pull them over to this side of the room. So this side of the room has a little bit more space because of this corner. Again, I'm going to throw out some stuns right before they go down to kind of stop them from all hitting me all at once. And then we should have a good sanguine puddle over here. Look at that. That's good. That's a good density. If anyone stands in that, they'll... Whoops. I don't know who pulled that. If anyone stands in that, they'll probably die. So, that's good density. So those Fire Lance portals really do kind of put a damper on everything, since they do stop and cast for so long. The time ended on the tank challenge? The time? You got your challenge artifact last week? Congratulations, man. Congrats. It's still something that's difficult to do, man, to this day. Does the druid have a must-have specific legendary? Shagran, what spec of druid are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about the mage tower tanking. Got it. Alright, I'm going to pull these ushers back a little bit as well, just so that those sanguine puddles get over here instead. So we do have that flashlight kind of happening right now. All 4 of them hit at the same... Oh no, one of them was a little staggered. We lost one person. That was my fault. That was my fault. There's the staggered one right there. Just happened right after the other ones. He hates Murlocs that much? Seriously. Like, it was like that. That Murloc is gone, by the way. It doesn't want to hit us anymore. He's just gonna leave. Like, no, he's not gonna leave. I'll see it to it that he just doesn't leave. Look here, bub. Warbear incoming? Yeah, Brittany's not here to hear you guys talk about this, what she would consider blasphemy. I like the skin. I think the skin looks pretty cool. Alright, so again, we have the Sanguine here. I'm just going to come in here and try to max DPS, throw out a stun, and hopefully things die. Yeah. So that's also like 10 puddles of Sanguine. You don't want to stand there. You just don't. That's like a 1 tick, it'll kill you. Mage Tower skin is overrated, Ezekiel? Oh man. It's pretty cool though. I think it's a good addition to WoW, having something like that. Having that challenge that makes you look a little bit different. It doesn't share or recolor with anything else. I like it. And then once that person goes down, we'll have to move over. Perfect. Don't all tanks have the same boss? Yeah. But depending on your spec, the ads act differently. So like for Prot Warriors, when the purple ads come up, I forget what they're called at this point, you can spell reflect them and they'll hurt themselves. And I know it's not the same for everybody. I know every spec kind of deals with the ads a little bit different. So yeah, that's what changes between tanks, is how those ads behave and what they kind of do. So unfortunately we did get a little bit of a pull from inside the room, but what that means is that I can get close to this door and not have to worry about pulling anything because it's already here. So we do have a little bit of room to kind of run through and... Oh no, they're standing right on Sanguine. So what I will do is kind of do this. Alright, so now... now they're not there. What are they... There's some people that are kind of arguing. Yeah, the party's starting to argue with themselves. They're arguing about the DPS meters at this point and saying that some people aren't pulling their weight. Doing a +2 Cathedral, not too bad. Shouldn't be bad at all. We should be okay with the +2 Cathedral. This sentry guy, what I will do is LOS him with this pillar. There, and he should run over here. Katie likes her bear with a gorilla body. I like that bear. The new bear does look cool. I like the fact that it's unique. It's never been done before, and it's your normal tanking form. So that's kind of cool. It's neat. You have 0 legendaries and a level 100 druid. Oh, okay. You're not even there yet. You need to level up. All right. So now that trash is done, we can jump in here. How's our healer doing on mana? Good. 75 is plenty to get this boss down on a non-tyrannical week. Yeah, on a 100, you don't even have to go there. What you can do is actually just Goblin Glider kit down there. This group is starting to get real upset with themselves. One of the guys used drums, but since we have a shaman, the shaman started cussing him out at this point. Somebody just got one-shot by that. Yeah. This might end up as a rip key just because people are angry at each other, but the time is fine. Like we're doing just fine on time. It might be a rip key due to people, due to humans. The +2 Cathedral holder DC'd? Oh jeez. Why do all your songs playing in the background make me want to dance? They're all upbeat. It's to keep you awake. Keep you awake. Keep you listening. Using drums when you have shamans. Yeah. They're yelling at each other. They're cursing each other out right now. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Maybe on the I wasn't paying attention, but maybe on the first boss the shaman just didn't use lust, and yeah, the shaman is leaving. Our healer is leaving. The shaman just left, so this is a rip key, despite us doing real good on time and getting it done that way. Yeah, the shaman left because of the other guy using drums. So it doesn't have to be. It doesn't. Okay, so the paladin said he'll switch, but that paladin, even with that, we won't have enough DPS. What's up, Dark? How you doing, man? Dark, how you feeling now as a tank that has done it all? I should have listened to my earlier music. It hurt. Yeah. Incidental rip key. Yep, that's what happens. That's what happens. DPS not yelling at the tank. Yeah, they were yelling at each other. The healer was yelling at the DPS for using drums. So that sucks. It sucks that that's the reason why we rip keyed. Someone got upset that you know they had a better ability to use. Your ears turned into undead months ago. Ripperonis. That sucks, man. No, that key was doing really good. We were going to get a +11 done, but I guess people just get upset. So we already did a cathedral. Let's see what else we can find. Seat 14. Only got one person in it. If I had some more people in it, we could jump in. We already did a Kara. There's not much else above a +10. Here's a black Rook Hold, but it's a little empty right now. Welcome to PUGs. Yeah. People got upset over the early raiders things, and I understand if you were to leave a group that's gonna fail anyway, but that group we were gonna make it. We were gonna make it. Late to the party? Nah, you're good, Dark. You're good. We've done one good key and one rip key. You have a free spot in the +3. It's always the healers. Nah, it was just a shaman that got upset because the other guy used drums. He told the guy who used drums to stop, and the I think it was a rogue, and then the rogue said "F you" back to him. So, you know, he just kind of got upset. He just kind of got upset. He said, "Don't use drums," and the other guy responded in a poor way. But I let him know to kind of just do his own thing. But as soon as I put in party chat, "Let's just finish this key," that's when he dropped. You just want to face roll a mythic? I think at this point, I can probably solo a +3. I've done a +0 for like my blacksmith quest. I need to do a few mythics to get a few things, and I've done all those at +0. But I should be alright on a +3. Since day 1 till now, always hunters. Always hunters taking the warglaves, taking Thunder Fury. They just always take everything. You know, I logged into an old tune yesterday, and I found just old things that don't exist anymore. I've logged into my hunter. My hunter still has ammo on him. Still has ammo. That's how long it's been since I played a hunter. Still had to buy ammo. This was for a +12 Black Rook Hold, I believe. So let's head over there. +12 Black Rook Hold. So I'll start heading over. Black Rook Hold is a little bit to the west of Emerald Nightmare. Hunters, gotta collect them all. This add-on has been freaking out lately. If you guys have this NPC scan for rares, it has been freaking out lately. It just tells me all the rares are everywhere all the time. Yeah, Deep, I have ammo on my hunter. I logged on yesterday to a Death Knight, and he has Dust of Disappearance, which I know isn't that old, but I have Dust of Disappearance for glyphs to make them go away. I have a Paladin that has Symbol of Kings and Symbol of Divinity, if you remember those things. What else do I have? The thing is, in most other MMOs, those discontinued items go up in price. In WoW, if it doesn't have a use, it just goes away. No use? Alright, to the trash. So these like Symbol of King, Symbol of Divinity, no one cares for it anymore, no one buys them. I think I had, what was it? I had a few of the reagents you needed for rogues for like poisons and stuff as well. But I think I deleted most of my rogues. I never had a max level rogue, so most of my rogues were in the 20s, 30s. At least the hunters don't leave the dungeon. I do have an egg. It has not hatched yet. So I had another egg that hatched. I want to say yesterday. I want to say Tuesday. My other egg hatched, and it hatched into a lovely aged yolk. Lovely aged yolk. So I've gotten 4 eggs, including this one. Only one has been a dud. Who knows what this one will be? So don't know what it's going to hatch into yet. +3 Nelth. Here we go. Good luck, Chaos. You soloed Mythic HOV with your BM Hunter. Oh, that's right, Fenrir. You told me you were out there for a few hours. 3 hours fighting Fenrir. Yep. Don't I just miss the weapon leveling up system? Yeah. So nerd, I remember when anytime I'd get a new weapon, I would run over to the stockades, and so I would equip that weapon, run over to the stockades, and spam hamstring. So it was auto attacks and hamstrings to try to maximize my rage that I had and not use it on like mortal strikes or anything. So I would just spam hamstring with my weapon, and I think I still have it. Let's see. No, isn't it called Knuckle Sandwich? Legacy, that's where it's at. So I didn't get Knuckle Sandwich on this tune apparently, but I had it on a few of my other tunes. There it is. Raised 4 weapon skills to 400. I maxed out every weapon skill. What, 2009? So yeah. Yeah, some of the old things here. I don't know where this was from. And I never finished it. Oh, this was the WAD legendary ring stuff. Or yeah, whatever that legendary, yeah, I never did that. But yeah, getting some of these old, let's see, what else? What other old things do I have? I got the Blood Cell Admiral back in 2009 as well. 2008. Here's the proud owner of the 2007 Yellow Brewfest Stein. I think this is my oldest achievement. The Brewfest one. Yeah, for sure. All these other things, promotions. Tabard of the Argent Dawn. This was the Scourge Invasion event that happened when Wrath was going to come out, which was really, really fun. WAD Legos, yep. That was back when you had to CC mobs at level 37. Oh, man. Yeah, that was... Well, you know what? So, a lot of people say bring it back to the old system when you had to CC things. And I remember when Cataclysm first launched, and I don't know if many of you guys played Cataclysm. When Cataclysm first launched, the heroics of Cataclysm were very tough. They were very, very, very tough. And so at that time, I wanted to just re-roll everything. So I created a new tune, went to a new realm, and I was playing an enhancement shaman when Cataclysm came out. And I remember having to CC a lot of the pulls. A lot of the pulls had to be very carefully pulled because everybody was in greens and blues. So Cataclysm did a very good job at having to be mindful of things and watch what you're pulling and CC things. And besides Cataclysm, when Legion first came out, no, Legion wasn't that much about CC. WAD had hard dungeons, but it wasn't so much about CC. Kata was like the Burning Crusade heroics. Yeah, Cataclysm level heroics when they first came out, right? Because then you outgear them and whatever, you outgear them and nothing's gonna touch you. But as soon as those you were able to walk into those heroics, they were difficult. They were really difficult. Let's see. I don't know why they didn't get the summon or they didn't accept it. So yeah, whenever, like in the Burning Crusade, the thing that I liked was when you first started heroics, they were difficult. They were very hard. But as you got geared, you know, you went over to Mech Therodons, you went over to Karazhan, you went over to Tempest Keep, you went over to Zulaman, you got all these new pieces, you went back to go do a heroic and you could pull a lot more. You could see everything increasing. Now they have it in terms of a plus level, of a difficulty level. But I think whatever system they go with, it's good to see how far you've progressed. Like, I didn't realize how geared I was till the other day. I ran into just a heroic, and I was able to pull like a third of the dungeon and feel just fine. I wasn't like hurting or anything. I wasn't close to death. It was like it was really fun. What's up, Max? No need to apologize, man. How you doing? You love the start of Kata? Yeah, me too, Eric. I played when Kata first came out and gearing through those heroics. I played a ton, you know, grinded out my Valor points, grinded out that gear, and just slowly creeped up. And then when it came time for raiding, I was in a new server. I had never played Horde before, so I was like in this new world. And so when the first raid came out for Kata, that's when I was just kind of like, all right, not going to be raiding, and so I just kind of dropped it. They did mention going invis, so I wonder if we're gonna do it or if we're not gonna do it. They mentioned going invis, but I guess they just said don't have. Okay. Alright, so let's get some DPS out on these guys. Their stun is going to go away, and I will chain stun them right now. And now we will start getting ready for those deaths. So I'll keep an eye on this guy, make sure he doesn't heal with that dark mending, and still have a lot of HP on them with that fortified. Do we have a little bit low DPS? We do. Okay, so we have 1 DPS. It's a little bit lower. So there's the first sanguine puddle. And I can't really get that mending out of there. We do have 3 people at range, but didn't get that interrupt off. We were whispering of the Lego catch-up system. Is that what got you to come back over here? All right, so nobody's really interrupting the healers. So again, we'll get back on the heals. But I'm number 2 on the DPS. I don't think we can do this with this DPS, to be completely honest. I just don't think it can happen. Once we get to the big pool in the next room, I just don't think we'll be able to do it. Alright, we're going to have the Sanguine again. They both are going to stack. Perfect. They don't know what it will be purchased yet, but it'll be on the PTR. Wait, there's a new legendary purchasing system that's going to come out on the PTR. Is that what you're saying, Max? There are tokens you can purchase that trigger you getting a Lego. What? What? I haven't heard anything of this. That's insane. I mean, I like it. I think it fixes their legendary system finally, but that's insane that they're doing it this late in the game. So at this point, I'm gonna run over here. We're about to get a Sanguine, and let's interrupt that dark mending again. There it is. Perfect. All right. So yeah, the DPS is kind of low. Hopefully we can still get it done. How's our healer doing? Healer needs a little bit of mana, and then I'll jump in there. Since it is fortified weak, I'll let him mana up for trash. Next patch? Jeez. I thought this game is going to turn into Diablo 3. Well, in Diablo 3, they still don't have a guaranteed way of getting legendaries. I honestly hope that they realize that the legendary system, that just the legendaries overall were an error, and I hope that they just kind of, this is their way of making up for that system, and they kind of phase it out slowly. That's my hope. My hope is that this is the beginning of them finding a new way of gearing us up rather than RNG, and some RNG is better than other RNG, and there's no way we can control it. So if the legendary system was implemented with the Valor point system of the past, so if at the end of every dungeon they gave us Valor points, and then with those Valor points we could go to someone and like craft these legendaries, buy these legendaries, do whatever kind of thing is gonna keep the lore right, then I'd be okay with it, because then I'd be able to purchase as a prot warrior my wrists first, and then my gloves, and then all the other things. I'd have extra points. I'd buy a Pridas for Mythic Pluses. I'd buy not my chest piece. I'd buy the trinket if in case I needed an absorb trinket for a certain fight. You know, I'd be able to get all of these things when I wanted to, but it still required me to do the content, to do a ton of Mythic Pluses, to get those points, to grind it out. But that's, you know, that's where I think it kind of fell short. Yeah, I know before I didn't mind the old Valor system, and then especially once you kind of got everything on your character, you could maybe buy a few BOEs or something like that. That wrecked everyone. Everyone. That was insane. I don't know if you guys have been part of my channel for a while, but when Legion first came out, this boss was the boss that I was obsessed about trying to solo. And so I remember as soon as Legion came out, I soloed this guy on Heroic, and then I soloed this guy on Mythic a few weeks later, and I was just on Mythic 0, and my gear level was not that great. I remember being this fight taking me a while to be able to solo. Those echoes almost got me. There was no escape. I was stuck between echoes and a fell scythe. Alright, so now we wait for the spider hallway. And spider hallway with Sanguine, no good. No good. You pay attention to all of the YouTube whisperings. I need to jump on the PTR then. That's what I need to do. Hope there's no legendary questline like Mop or Wad. Yeah. You think there's going to be a Lego questline when it comes out? I don't know. Legendary questlines are okay when they're not mandatory. So like the new legendary, yeah, it's not mandatory. So I wouldn't mind it that much. But I think everybody's going to be a little bit bummed out if that's the case, because they've already seen it 3 times. You know, like I've seen it for the past 3 expansions. Why are you doing this again? Why this whole quest system again for these legendaries? So here I jumped the Sanguine right at the beginning, and that should clear up a lot of the hallway for us. Alright, so I made them hug one side of the staircase, but we still got a little bit there. However, we should be able to jump through this edge, but this hallway is just gonna be that messy. Unless if you're on Vent or on Discord, whatever, with your healer, just tell them that you're gonna be jumping into that little corner, and so that you don't LOS them. That's the big problem. Like when I run with pugs, I don't want to LOS my healer on that particular trash pool, because they do a ton of damage as well. So if my healer doesn't know I'm jumping in there, I will die as well. So I do like to jump in there with any of the groups I do, but if the healer isn't someone that I know that I'm talking to, it's hard to kind of justify running in there because I will go down. Rip key, Max, you missed the good rip key. We were running a +11 lower Karazhan, and it was going fine. It was going perfect. Our time was really good, but we had a rogue that popped drums while we had a shaman, and the shaman said, "Don't pop drums anymore," and the rogue said, "F you," and so the shaman quit. The shaman quit. It was a perfectly good run. We were doing really good on time. DPS was really good. No wipes, but somebody got upset, and so it was a rip key. We're gonna get the knife dance right on top of the Sanguine, but he goes down immediately, so that's good. So earlier someone was saying that there's already a person at level 73 on their weapon. Wow. I mean, look, I don't doubt that one person can get there at all. Is it the normal? Not at all. Not at all. Right now I think I'm at 65, so I still need one more level. But then again, I don't necessarily always play my warrior. I do play my druid and try to gear out my druid as well. So if I only had one tune and I was in a mythic level guild, and so one day of the week we do mythic, the other day of the week we do... Oh, how did that arcane blitz hit me for that much? Oh, that's why. That's why we've let that guy free cast. So yeah, if I was in a Mythic level guild and I did Mythic Tomb of Sargeras one day out of the week, the next day of the week we do Heroic Tomb with the guild, and then on a weekend maybe we do an alt run and I still bring my main on a normal TOS. So if you do Mythic, Heroic, and normal, I can see you being that high on your weapon for sure. It's not the everyday case. It's not what's going to happen to most people, but I can see it being a thing. If you run all 3 difficulties of TOS, I can absolutely see that being a thing. So they did start kiting this guy all the way back. So we're just gonna pick him up. Alright, and this next guy, I will drag him all the way back. He's not the caster, people can just kind of hit him as he comes up. Not a big deal. And if he doesn't go down, this is where we need to be anyway. So, that's okay. Since the amount is... Oh, yeah, it would have been easier to patch that AP system, yeah. Or this patch, yeah. DK is not dead enough to qualify as undead. Is everybody here? No. Demon Hunter's not here yet. Alright, let's get them. We're going to pick up the Pat too, but that's fine. Not a big deal. That Pat isn't going to be doing too much. We do have to take care, and hopefully they do take care, of that ad first that jumps around onto the healers. Since we don't want that to be doing too much damage, you do kind of want to kill that immediately. So wherever that does go down, that sanguine pool will go out to kind of the rest of the group, but that's fine. Alright, we do get the Sanguine right there. And so this is going to start hurting a little bit more, but there's one knife dance, we can interrupt it. And here we're going to have a bone-breaking strike as well, but we'll be fine. So most everybody's dead. Or everybody did go down to that, but we can still be in here and get it down. Undead prefers to cover your ribcage. We don't cover our ribcage. We're not scared. We're not scared of damage. That's why we embrace it. Face rolled it. 30% increase per level. Yeah, at this point, I just let AP kind of come naturally. I used to like I really wanted to get Concordance, so I got Concordance before TOS came out, and there was a few things that I really wanted to get done, but now that AP just kind of goes up every week, it's not that big of a deal for me. Alright, so that archer is really annoying because he does just kind of stand on the Sanguine, to be completely honest with you, until he does cast Barrage. But the group is starting to get pretty upset at each other, so we'll see. There's been a lot of deaths this pool. I think some of them went down to Barrage. Some of them went down to the when I went down originally to the caster. So there's that. But yeah, at this point, this guy said, I'm not releasing anymore, I'm waiting for a res. The next level's 36 billion. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm level 65, but even then, to try to get all of those traits, it's insane right now. No chill with my groups today. Yeah, the first key was so great. The first key was so great. All right, let's jump over here. Let's get this done. Now we're marking. All right. Hey, if we need it to get things down in the right order, I'm all for all of this marking. So let me do a little bit of LOSing. People are still going down. People are still going down. So there's the arrow barrage. I'll save my stun for a knife dance. There's a knife dance happening right now. So no, he's immune to stuns at this point. He hit DRs. So we got too many stuns out while there wasn't a knife dance out. That's kind of what happened. Alright, so I'm just going to keep playing this pillar hugging game. And here's a knife dance, and he doesn't have DRs anymore, so that's good. I was able to get a very short stun off on him. Whatever it is to interrupt him, that's fine by me. You want to level up your rogue? Oh, how close are you, by the way, Max? Max is leveling up a rogue right now, and he's getting real close to 110. And then we're gonna have to carry him through TOS. Everyone has to LOS here. Yeah, especially this next pool. It's not gonna be fun, right? This next pool is not gonna be fun. I'm gonna run back here, and I don't know how many people are going to run back there with me. Just don't. 19 deaths already. It's a lot of it is to knife dances and to arrow barrages, which is not much I can do about it. Right? Like the most I can do about this is make sure I have aggro, and drop the sanguine where it needs to be dropped off, and that's it. So there's an arrow barrage taking one guy down. Oh no, I'm sorry. That demon hunter dashed through and landed on the sanguine. You see that? But there's not much I can do about that. Like I can't save him. So there's the stun on the knife dance, but our healer went down. It's just not. I'm expecting a rage quit very soon. After 21 deaths, I'm expecting a rage quit. 22 deaths. I'm expecting that rage quit any moment now. There's the last death, so at this point it's just me. So let me see if I can land a kill and save my own life. I don't think so. No, here's the knife dance. That knife dance is just gonna do me in. Not sure why that demon hunter ran back in. Just adding more deaths to the counter. We'll see. Blame the tank? They did. They already did. You don't have to worry about that, Max. They already called me a shit tank. Or are they real raiders and just get on with it, having a big moan and run? Oh, man. $107, nice. $107. I hopped onto an old DK yesterday and I was able to get to 95 from 90. So I've mentioned here that if I wasn't tanking on a warrior, I'd probably be tanking on a Death Knight. So I have an old Death Knight that I kind of started back up, and it's also Alliance, so that I can do some of the Friday streams with Alliance people every now and then, and I can kind of mix and match both. All right, we got none of these guys down, so let's run back in here, give it another shot. So here it is. Let's get these guys down. There's a bone breaking strike. I think the demon hunter is going to get hit by that. Absolutely he is. Let's see, what else? What else? So I'm watching out for those knife dances. Here's a bone strike again, and a knife dance. So I tried to stun that knife dance, but it hit DRs. Not much I can do with the DRs. Your guild is also just you and your tunes. I used to have that in my old realm. I had one for my bank alt, and then as the time progressed, like when I stopped raiding in Wrath of the Lich King, I just started switching on over to that, and that knife dance got everyone. But yeah, as soon as time went on, I slowly started getting everyone over to my bank alt realm. Just had that. Screw them. Rib key. This is a rib key. I'll get some rib keys here. This is not gonna be good. I let them know that what's happening is we're hitting DRs for a stun. So everybody's stunning when knife dance isn't out, and they're using all their stuns. And then when knife dance does go out, I try to throw that stun out, and it just doesn't work. So we'll give it another shot. We'll see how this goes. I'm a leveler type of dude. I'm good at max level, but the leveling thing, oh, I suck at leveling. I've never enjoyed leveling. So the only way I can ever enjoy leveling is if I roll like if I roll like I normally roll a tank, right? So if I roll a tank, the only way I can enjoy leveling is to have someone dungeon crawl with me. And I love dungeon crawling. I don't mind dungeon crawling at all. But if you just talk about, hey, are you really good at questing and leveling that way and managing what quests you should do, what quests are not worth your time, what quests are the best? No, not at all. I am very bad at leveling. And I don't like it. I'm not a fan of just questing all the time. I don't like it. I prefer dungeon crawling all day. So I'm trying to get that archer over here to me, but he's just taking his sweet time. There it is. Jump on me for that arrow barrage. Alright. Hey, we got that pack down. What about that? It only took 3 or 4 wipes. 3 or 4 wipes. Not bad. How much time do we have on the key? 12 minutes. 12 minutes for 3 bosses. I mean, it's not impossible, right? The hammer's still over there, but I'll be okay. Efficient leveler? Yeah, I'm not. I had a buddy of mine who used to play, and during Wrath, I was able to catch up to him eventually, and I had almost every class level up. I didn't have a hunter, warlock, and rogue leveled up, but everything else I had a max level 1 during Wrath. But buddy of mine had a max level of every class, just very quickly into the expansion in Wrath. So this guy, like I have a buddy, yeah, he was insane, and he said that was his favorite thing. His favorite thing was leveling every time. He loved leveling. That was his favorite thing to do about the game. So he would level, gear out a little bit, and then stop playing that tune and go to an alt. So he would level, and then, I don't know if you guys remember Wrath of the Lich King, there was Vault of the Archibald or something, VOA. That was basically like free epics. So he would level, he would do VOA a few times, he would get some PvP epics as well while grinding out a little bit of PvE, and then once he hit that kind of like top off point where he would need to go into raids, he just got a new character. AFK with the fairies. Nice. How many 110s? 14 110s. Max is insane. Alright, everybody's here. I was waiting for that demon hunter. He didn't want to release apparently or something. I don't know I don't even know what's going on anymore. I see him die to like arrow barrages and take bone breaking strikes, but he's still thinking that he deserves reses instead of releasing. But yeah, he's not doing mechanics correctly. Oh look, hey, 2 people are dead. Yeah, I don't think this key is gonna happen. I'm waiting for the rage quit. And there's the second to last person. And it's a rip key. This is a rip key. We'll just take this beam. Perfect. And yeah, somebody's gone. Alright. So let's jump over to Heroic TOS. That was 4 keys today, I want to say, right? Or was it 3? We had our Cathedral, our Kara, this one. And did we have another one? I don't think we completed another one. No, I've just done the Cathedral and the Kara for this week in Mythic Plus. But I think we've had 1 successful key today. This was officially a rip key. Calling it. That was it. Your friend sounds just like me. You have 12 110 on each class for class mounts. Damn. Alright, let's find a raid. Raid at Heroic. Let's see. Fresh raid. No, this one's Soaker. Fresh AOTC. Let's see. If they accept me without... So here's the thing. If you try to join an AOTC group and they invite you instantly, that means that it's not AOTC. They're not checking anything. They're just inviting people with high item levels. 1 successful key, a good day. Man, you guys really like to see me suffer. You guys love the suffering. A rip key and befuddled is still calm, cool, and collected. I think I've done enough pugging this expansion to just crush my soul down to where I know it's like, yeah, this key's not gonna happen. Alright, that's fine. Let's see, raid difficulty set to Heroic. Oops, I left that party. I didn't mean to do that. What party was it? Oh man. Oh no. Yeah. Alright, let's just find a new fresh group. That was completely on accident, clicking leave. Tank at Mistress. Alright, they're at Mistress. I don't need... Oh, I do need Demonic Inquisition, actually. Let's not do that. Let's go for the Demonic Inquisition. Yeah, let's go for Demonic Inquisition. I could use a better helmet, and I could use some better pants from Mistress. So I have 2 coins? 2 coins. That's what we're going to use our coins on. Apparently 2 out of 10 is still too hard for people. 2 out of 10. Oh, this week, the difficulty. Yeah, no, this is, so the failures in that last key were, the DPSers were taking too much damage from things that they shouldn't be. So there was a melee taking every bone breaking strike and the arrow barrages, and just taking them like no big deal. And then we had people not dodging the like jump mechanics where they jump on you, so they would just stay in cast. We had a few deaths on like the first boss, and that was just because of failure to kill the ads that he summons and the big burst he does. Could it have been avoided if everyone popped the defensive? Sure. I don't remember the exact composition of the group, but I think everybody had one defensive that they could have popped. The Pug life has made you numb to rib keys. It really has, Scott. 100% it has. Looks like the +2 key you didn't finish tonight. Oh man. Soul crushing pugging is us. Rip raid before getting to the raid? Nerd, I hope not. I hope not. We've had enough rips today. We've had enough rips. Yeah, I think when Legion first launched, I mean, I normally pug a decent amount through the expansions, since I haven't been like main raiding in such a long time. I'm used to pugging to a certain extent, but at this point I've done so much pugging that I'll just jump into a group, and if it's a new raid or a new dungeon, I'll kind of run people through it, explain things. But sometimes there's just some people that won't pick up on what it is that they need to be doing, and a lot of people just really don't care. A lot of people get their +10 done of the week just by sheer determination of joining enough groups until there's a group that can carry them through the wipes. Do we have a warlock? We do not have a warlock. Kinda sucks. Somebody mentioned something about a warlock in chat. I thought we had a warlock. But yeah, sometimes there's just some people who don't necessarily want to get better at the game. They just want better loot. And so sometimes you get that group, and it kind of sucks. But there's not much you can do about it. I think it's similar to how I think of road rage. So I live in the LA area, and bad traffic is synonymous with the LA area. So there's plenty of road rage, absolutely a ton of road rage. And I've always thought to myself, well, okay, I could get upset, and if I choose to get upset and have road rage, the only thing that's going to change in the situation is me being upset. Like there's no need. It's not going to make traffic go any faster. It's not going to make me get to my destination any faster. It's not going to make my ride more enjoyable. It's just going to make everything more miserable, and it's going to make me upset. So it's just kind of like one of those things when you pick up a pug and no one knows what they're doing, and nobody cares to know what they're doing. Nobody says, why did I die? Or when you tell them why they died, you know, they just don't change it. There's no need. There's no use of becoming that frustrated and infuriated with people. Although as a tank, it can probably rub you the wrong way a lot more often, because you do get those shit tank comments a lot. I got them on this past run on the Black Rook Hold. They said it looks like a shit tank, and I just didn't respond. It happens. What's up, Kane? Kane, I always, since your name is that lengthy name, I always feel like introducing you to the world. Like, what's up, guys? It's Kane Peterson, MP, Transformation Specialist. You should try to form a raid group. Last week did it for Heroic Maiden and Soul Crushing. Epic, I form raid groups. I form raid groups. There isn't Shit Tanks Unite. Yes, that's one of the options. Oh, I haven't spammed it enough today. Uh-oh. Didn't get that. Let's see. Let me scroll up in the chat. Where is it? Oh no, I think it's gone. I think it's gone. Give me a second. Alright, so I haven't spammed this enough today, but we do have enough subscribers, or enough sponsors rather, and honestly, huge shout out to our sponsors, to have 3 custom emojis. We have 2 right now, and so we're voting on the 3rd one. So if you guys want to be part of the Pug Life Ripkey family, you guys can also vote. Whether you're a sponsor or not, you guys can vote on the next emoji that you want to see. Maybe once we fill out another 2 or 3 emojis, you'll want to become a part of that family and be able to join the Ripkey hype with us, to be able to join that Pug Life hype with us. So take a look in there, vote for the next custom emoji. It'll be up for about a week. By Friday, I'll take a look. I'll see if there's a clear winner, and if there's a winner that's just pulling ahead of everything else, I'll start designing that and try to get it by next Wednesday's live stream. Is someone growing a shit tank mushroom? Shiitake. You had some guys yesterday telling you were a shit tank on DH and TOS. Desolate Host, and they knocked you 4 times and you were tanking 8 ads. Jeez, Kane. That sucks. That sucks. Befuddlers unite. Also, if you guys want to take a look at the community tab, I posted this poll there, so you guys can take a look at what that is going to start looking like. And also, I apologize for not posting a video on Monday. What I'm doing is I'm trying to really flesh out a Discord. I know I linked one here once, and it kind of like, it's just very bare bones. But I'm working on completely fleshing that out, having a full inventory for the giveaways, so that when you guys show up here on Wednesday, it's not a surprise what's in my inventory bag to give away, in terms of pets and mounts and all that great stuff. So I'm working on having an inventory with links to those items, probably via Undermine Journal, so you guys can see the price on them, and then you guys can click over to Wowhead if you guys want. I know not everybody likes using Wowhead because of its ad issue that it's had for a while. So yeah, I'm working on fleshing out a Discord for everyone, working on like an inventory system. I have a lot of ideas kind of written down, and I need to really flesh them out. I have a few bots I want to kind of work with and hopefully implement into that Discord. So that'll be a Discord that we can all use, and then any of you guys would be welcome to use it for any pugs you run, of just getting people in there and kind of becoming part of this community. You've never been knocked into spirit as a tank, so when it happened, oh, I thought they were just knocking you with the ruptured slam or whatever it's called of the ad. They had the javelin and they hugged you. That sucks, because when you get hit by that javelin and get knocked back into the spirit realm, you also need to receive a certain amount of healing. So you need to receive a certain amount of healing in order to get out of there. So you would have need to have like saved up rage or something to be able to have the ability. Oh, really, a break? Oh man. So you would have had to have saved up rage, healed up, run to the font, click back, and since you said you had 8 ads, that means that everybody was just walking around getting slapped around. That's terrible. If it said Beffies, would you vote for it? Oh man. I don't know about Beffies. I like the Befuddlers. So as of right now, the Befuddler icon is winning. So earlier it was the Befuddled plus Shield tank main was winning, and then the hype one got up there, and now the Befuddler icon. So the Befuddler icon to me, it would be kind of like when we get a new sponsor, when someone new joins, when we get a new subscriber, anything like that, it would be a shout out to them. Also, Scott, sorry for not having you on the patron list. You are on there now, so I'm sorry about that. Ed, not congratulations. Thank you for joining the befuddlers, and I hope you're enjoying the content. I hope you enjoy the live stream. And we do live stream every Wednesday and Friday with content that's edited in between that. Right now, I'm currently trying to launch like a Discord for everyone so we can know kind of how things are going to go down. Wednesday live streams are kind of a solo live stream where I show you the Mythic Plus affixes, how difficult they are, and then we run live heroic TOS. And Friday live streams, I run normal TOS. I start up our own group, and everybody here is welcome to join. The only restrictions are that you are on a US client on Horde side. I'm working on leveling up an Alliance side tank as well, but that's a little ways off. That's a little ways off, unless Max teaches me his ways and takes me under as his Padawan for leveling. It's a little ways off. You voted for the fan one. They were calling you shit because you could not keep aggro, but you kept linking the ability and that's the DPS. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes there's people who just don't want to learn. Make up for it by. Oh, Scott, you're gonna come to the raid on Friday? All right. Max is officially gonna take me under his wing, and as long as it's not a Boomkin wing, I think everybody will be happy with it. But I wouldn't mind a little Boomkin wing that you take me under, Max. Max, you're gonna have to show me the ways. Are we really waiting for a tank? Why? Yeah, if we can't find anyone in the next 2 minutes, I'll leave this group and find another one. Alright, Scott. Scott's joining us on Friday. That's like when DPS get salty about Stormthrowers on Neltharian's Lair. Yeah. Yeah, definitely Neltharian's Lair. Half of the dungeon does go to whatever the hell they want to. I think Max found out that Neltharian's Lair trash goes wherever the hell they want to the hard way. Some people are just trying to be trolls and break up the group. That does happen too. You'll be there on Friday? Alright, nerd. You'll be here at Friday. Saturday for you. Absolutely chaos. No Boomkin wing? Womp womp. Almost ready to jump in. Are you trying to gear up, Kane? Or are you leveling? Or why almost ready? You've actually done TOS with me. So what do you mean almost? What do you mean almost ready? You've been in here. Alright, so they have 1 more minute to really get it down. I think one of these guys that's offline is the other tank. Yeah, that's why. It's impossible to stay stealth in Neltharian's Lair. Yeah. You guys want to start with heroic TOS on Friday? I mean, it depends on who joins, but we can. Oh, if my tank does not come into the one that I'm in now. Yeah, this guy DC'd. I don't... Yeah. Let's see, I think the tank did come back, right? No, it's the DK. Oh, yeah, so apparently the tank is logging in right now. So we do have someone logging in. It'd be cool to have an entire raid of viewers. I completely agree. Completely agree. And I can tank or DPS in case we have too much of one thing. Unfortunately, my healing spec is not enough to get us through heroic TOS. I can get us through normal probably, but not heroic. Max, we can gear you up. If you hit 110 by like Thursday, just run a bunch of Mythic Zeros, run some of the invasion points, get a 930. Oh no, why are you running in place? Okay, alright, we're summoning the tank. This group is good to go. Viewer raid would be awesome. I completely agree. If we could get a viewer raid, we would need at least 10 people. that are on US Horde with the varying roles. But I'm not sure if we have enough people for all that. You were on an Avatar Heroic last week and the leader wanted to 3 tank it? You can, but it shouldn't be necessary. The first time I ever did kill Jade in normal mode, I 3 tanked it. And kill Jaden isn't terrible with 3 tanks, but yeah, you really need DPS to be doing a lot more to make up for the fact that you have an extra tank. You coming Friday on your monk healer? Alright. You can hear normal on your druid. Alright, there it is. You would join on Fridays but you don't trust your computer? What's wrong with your computer? We all have to join in on this PUG life together. We all... Is it a PUG if it's a viewer raid? I don't think so. I think that nulls it out. Let's start on Heroic this Friday. We can try. Your Horde Warrior is 880 to 890. It's a little low for Heroic. If you get maybe like 15 item levels, you'll be good. Your guild 3 tanks for Inquisition. That's one way of doing it. If your communication is a little bit off, you can 3 tank it. It's gonna make it very easy. We're getting the last few summons in here and we'll be good to go. Whenever you're around a lot of people fighting, the game freezes. Oh. So Heather, do you raid at all or you don't raid? People from varying difficulties and other servers is equal PUG. So it's still considered a PUG. So you're telling me there's a chance. That's a lot of people. If we in this raid, yeah, this is heavy. Well, 24 people, but one person's offline, so it'll be 23. Oh, you don't want to risk it? Heather, do you lag? Heather, do you lag in invasion points? When you do any invasion points and there's like a lot of people in there, do you get really laggy? Oh, you just answered my question. You'll even freeze in the greater invasion points. Okay. Oh, that's right, Kane. You play on a Surface Pro. Alright, there's a ready check. This person's offline. Won't get here in time for this pull, but once everybody's ready, we can get a pull going. And not going to be using our extra roll here. Risk it for the biscuit. You're a 926 Warlock but no raid gear. That's pretty good. That's a really good item level for no raid gear. Have you tried jumping into LFR and you just completely lag out? Alright, so here it is. I'm getting a little bit of a choppy frames as well. Look at that. I'm at 26, 24. Huh. Not sure why. That guy needs to stay away. Is it just too many spell effects? I mean, we've got 23 people. We've got 4 mages. Maybe it was a time warp plus all these fireballs flying over here from the corner. So hopefully we get a taunt off happening. There it is. Pop that spell reflect and we're good to go. You enjoy the raids by watching us? Your BM Hunter is 930, never been into a raid. That's crazy. That's crazy you guys have such good gear, but never been in a raid. Hopefully this guy kind of moves away. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want that tank debuff. That tank needs to get a little bit further away. He's too close. He's too close, man. Solid 60 all the time here. Turned down 2 things to selection. Nice. Chaos, do you play any other games? Like, for example, do you play PUBG? Because that game is not optimized, and trying to get those 60 FPS on that game is a mission. You need a very good computer to try to get those 60 FPS on a PUBG, since it's not optimized. What are some tips for doing heroic demonic or desolate host? The biggest thing that we found to do, so I run with a guild on my druid, and the biggest thing that we found that was very helpful was just not focusing on shattering the adds with the scream. So whatever tank is on the top, that tank will just kind of take the desolate host and the 3 adds with the armor, and that's it. Like they'll just tank all 4 things, and then when the armor falls off after 1 minute, I don't know why this guy counted back. When the armor falls off after 1 minute, that's when you nuke the adds. So don't worry about doing the whole thing where you basically, yeah, I'm not gonna use a seal. Don't worry about doing the whole thing where you basically have to shatter the bone armor by using the scream. Just don't use that. So it sounds kind of cheesy to ignore a mechanic, but it makes it a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier to just have your top tank take those 3 guys as damage. It's no big deal. Your DPS focuses on Desolate Host. You still push your phases. Every now and then you push the last phase a little kind of at a bad time, so you have 3 adds, the boss, and the Desolate Host himself up on the top realm, and that's when your tank needs to pop some defensive cooldowns to stay alive. But it doesn't always work out that way. It depends on how your DPS is breaking things down. No point in driving the 1060 when you don't even see the difference. $15 is fine. Are we talking about raid size, Katie? Because yeah, this is a very big group. 23 people. We have 2 people that went offline already. We had one person that went offline earlier, but now we have 2. Holy raid group, Batman. Yeah, absolutely. I agree that we could stand to lose quite a few people. Like, let's see. Let me go damage at Goroth. And we have a demon hunter who's pulling 140k. That's a disc priest. That's definitely a ret paladin. So we have quite a few people pulling way like this, like lazy laser beams. Not sure why they're even here, to be completely honest. Let's see their gear. They're at 2 mil HP. They have to have like blues and stuff, right? They're not too bad. They're probably about 880 item level, but 880 is way too low for this. Alright, so I don't know who's doing what, who's going where, but it's fine. I'll pick up aggro first. Alright, so again, I'm going to stack them up a little bit. Atrigan is just going to be slightly behind Belak, and that's so that the frontal cleave only hits me. But here's the Quill ability, and that's probably going to hit quite a few people. It got ran through everybody. There it is, hitting a ton of people. The other boss is at about 80, 85, so I'll move him now. So here's another side sweep on me, and that lands just fine. And then with the next side sweep, I'm going to have to... I forget what the name of my other tank is. I think this guy. So there it is. He taunted. Yeah, it was that guy. All right, I was right. I whispered someone. I was like, I hope it's them. I hope I'm not just whispering taunt to a random DK DPSer. But no, that was him. So he picked up threat. So what I'll do is I will stay down here. Although he's almost at 100 now too. He is at 100. So I have to get out here, taunt for him. Someone might die inside the jail cell. I'm not sure how he got to 100 that fast. Not sure. Maybe he took the calcified quills. Maybe. Might be it. It's not too low if the raid is willing to carry him. Absolutely. Yeah, if the raid is willing to carry him. Normally when I see someone that low, I always assume that they're a friend of the raid leader. And people get very upset. Like if you say, why is this person here? They have really low DPS. They think you're like basically just cursing them out. So what they do is they kick you instead. So when I see people that low, I just kind of keep it to myself now. It's like you either keep it to yourself or you get booted. So that guy is taking the calcified quills. I don't want to get hit by that, so I jump out of the way. Not the best use of heroic leap. I could use it to reposition Etrigan, but I kind of had to use it to keep my torment low. So that guy taunted off me, which means that there's no one inside, and that's an issue. So in heroic, you do want to keep someone inside here at all times. So just by seeing that guy taunted off me, I know that there's no one in here and I need to run in here. If you don't have a decent self-healing, it's best to leave. Yeah, no one has to leave the spirit realm during Wailing Souls. In heroic mode, you probably should. The only times when I say that you don't need to is if alright, we're gonna use our bonus roll here. So the only time I say you don't need to is, for example, we have a very competent healing druid. So what happens is during the Wailing Souls, our healing druid drops an efflorescence right on the boss, and if you are in the bottom realm, you jump on top of that efflorescence if you're gonna stay in. But it's always an option. Like you don't have to stay in. They share a health pool, so if you jump out and beat up the Engine of Souls, you're still hitting the boss. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So it's preferred if you jump out. But if you have AoE healer, if you have a good AoE healer like a Resto Druid, just help them out if you're gonna stay in by maximizing their heals. So even if you're ranged, go run into melee, stay in that efflorescence. The only time you 100% need to run out is if you have that wither debuff. I think it's called wither. But yeah, if you choose to stay in, you can. It's not gonna be a rip raid because of it, but it's better if you run out. The leader's gonna take some gold for the carry. Oh man, I think they're from different realms though. If they were from the same realm, it might be a little fishy. Might be a little fishy. For sure, Kane. For sure, Kane. I will let you know if the tank leaves. But yeah, kind of like what Trey said. Like if you don't have decent self healing, it's probably best to leave. It's not necessary. It's not going to cause a wipe, but it'll stress out your healers. And if you're progressing on the fight, I would suggest running out to have less stress on everyone. If you have it on farm, you can stay in and you should be okay. Somebody got... what? Somebody said something about leech. Huh, don't see it. Don't see the gear with the leech. Get that blood. I need to craft more to be able to buy more things, to buy more mounts. Alright, so with this Harjatan, we should be alright. Let's see if that DPS got any better. Nope. 118. It's interesting. trying to see where the raid leader's from. Huh. Because I think this is the only guy from Boulder Fist. Yeah, the leader's from Illidan. Huh. I don't know about dealing 114k DPS. You're in 880 gear. You should be able to pull a little bit more than that. Maybe about 600 to 700k. Alright, so the other tank wants that threat first. I'll let him have it. It's fine by me. So again, on this one, I normally like to mark myself so that everybody knows when to stack. Oh, that guy went down. Oh, never mind. I thought the other tank went down. I saw the unchecked rage and then Harjatan unselected him, so I thought he died, but no, he did not. He did not go down. Here's the unchecked rage. It's about half the raid group that's stacking on me, so hopefully we get a better turnout as time goes on of people stacking, but we see people over here off to the edges kind of DPSing. Also at this point I hope I get a taunt off. I'm at 5 stacks, so I'm about to get to 6 and take the frost hits. So there's a 6 stacks on me and there's a taunt off. Alright, we got a taunt off at 6. Not too bad. We also do need to reposition Harjatan at this point. Not if they don't know their class. That's very true. But I feel like 144k. Let's see, where are they? Where are they? Not quite sure where they are either, the Demon Hunter. I was trying to look for them right now, seeing if maybe they're just auto attacking or AFK in a corner. So yeah, not sure where they are. I don't know if we have enough people stacked up. Here it is. We have more people here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That was a big hit. There's not enough people stacking on here. Not for this amount of people. We have a 23-person raid group, and I think we have about 5 or 6 people stacking. That really hurt. Alright, at this point there's nothing else in front of him, so we should be okay. And the other tank is going to have to reposition it. So hopefully we get out of this corner. Although we do have enough people here to kind of just stay here. Alright, never mind. This made everybody stack up a little bit better. Hopefully, I wish these guys were over here. But that's fine. We should be fine. There's the kill, right? Give me the kill. Perfect. Nope, we'll save our bonus loot for Mistress. Try to get some better pants. These are very basic 915 pants. Hopefully we get a Tekken Forge or a War Forge. You've only had DPS 3 weeks and pull more DPS than that. Yeah, I mean, I'm out DPSing him. Right, like, he's at 160, I'm at 520. It's very, very low. I mean, it probably is a carry. Someone called CC? Huh, that's interesting. But Paladins don't really have a lot of CC. It's weird. It's an interesting name. Uh-oh. We got a big pull. At least this isn't the worst trash. The worst trash is leading up to Sisters. That trash will kill you. That trash will be the death of you. For sure. Alright, so with Mistress, again, the big thing is, can we manage the Hydra shots? I got pulled into that group. That was me. Yeah, so the big thing is, can we manage the Hydra shots? So we'll find out. We'll see if we can manage the Hydra shots. There's 3 Hydra shots and we have plenty of bodies to throw in between those Hydra shots, but if no one jumps in, they're going to be doing a ton of damage. I think we need at least 3 people at this point per Hydra shot to survive, maybe even 4. CC, what is this? Kata, right? Well, he's a oh, I ran back into that. He's a paladin, like he's a paladin with his name's CC. So is he talking about just repentance and Hodge? That's about it. Unless he's talking about the time where every DK got Lichborn and you could fear undead DKs, but I don't think he's talking about that. Do you guys remember that when DKs could have Lichborn, it would make them immune to fear and it would turn them into an undead for the time being. So you could also death coil yourself, and if you had a full bar of runic power, I think you could do 3 death coils, and that would be almost like 50% of your HP. But if there was a paladin fighting you in this PvP scenario, they could turn undead and fear you that way. Alright, we're waiting on one person. Not quite sure what they're doing or where they are. They're just not moving. Huh. Alright, they said my bad that they're running right now. Alright, so they're running back. The tank is reloading or something. It says offline. They might be here. I see them here. Yeah, not quite sure what kind of weird carry group this is. But hey, we're one-shotting things, so it's no complaints. Phobonics, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. The Mythic pluses were a little rough today. We tried 3 keys. We did 1 successfully. And funny enough, the one we did successfully was Cathedral. We failed at a Karazhan because the group disbanded, and then we failed at a Black Rook Hold. So Mythic Plus groups were pretty rough, but this group right now, we just started this heroic TOS, and we've one-shot everything so far. So this group is doing pretty good. We even got the good transmog out. DKCC is 1 45-second cooldown ability for blood and has to be spec'd into for unholy. Oh, are you talking about the one that freezes people? That CC? I thought that was Frost. Yeah, ability for blood has to be spec'd into for unholy. They're talking about their computer having audio issues, and people saying it's Discord. What Discord does to me is every now and then my mouse will lock up. If I'm running Discord at the same time, my mouse will lock up. My mouse will lock up for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then it'll be let go once, like, I don't know, it just kind of, it seems like it almost reconnects when Discord is running. I'm not quite sure why it would do that. So hopefully we get a taunt off here on the Burden of Pain. I don't want to see all of the lightning bolts kind of going out on everyone. We have a ton of DPS, ton of that AoE. So hopefully there's enough people splitting that Hydra shot. There it is. That Hydra shot was split. Nobody went down. So there was enough in each Hydra shot. Not quite sure what the right Hydra shot had. I didn't get to see how many people. But with this kind of raid size, I think we need 3 per Hydra. That would probably be my guess as to how many people need to split it in order to survive the damage. It's Frosty Cane. It's the chest at legendary. Oh, okay. The Mog would look really good on a Tauren. Do I have a Tauren plateware? I have another realm where I have a Tauren Death Knight, but I don't know if they're high enough level to be equipping all of this gear. I think they're in like mid 80s or something. So hopefully we get a taunt off here as well. There's a Burden of Pain going off, and then here's the crash. Oh, there it is, Crashing Wave. I threw my stun out on those Abyss Stalkers. At this point, we don't have the tornadoes going out anymore, so we just have to kind of get things down when they get down. No big deal. So I'm going to stand in this Hydra Shot. It has less people. If I were to stand right in between both of them, I would have gotten stunned. Like, there's someone getting stunned right there, so it still happened. Those two people hugged each other just a little bit too much. They should have. What you try to aim for is a T shape, really. Like, by getting a T shape, you get enough distance in between every single Hydra Shot to have people kind of separate and be able to see things clearly. So here it is. I'm gonna go to the edge of that. Oh, that person got clipped. So the Hydra Shot that I was going to jump into, the person got clipped by the whale and got knocked over to the other side. So I wasn't able to kind of run into that Hydra Shot with them, since they kind of almost instantly changed positions. That was funny. No one's dead yet though. Despite getting hit by whales, there was still enough people at the other side of the Hydra Shot to let them survive. So there's a Burden of Pain taunt off right now, and here it is. We're picking that up. The Crashing Wave just going out right now. At this point, we are going to have tornadoes coming up soon. So the last phase starts at 30%, so we are in low 20s at this point. So we are going to have the tornadoes coming up soon. So as much as I want to place her all the way in the middle, our pools are right here. So I want to stay relatively close to them, just so that we know where they are, we know what we're doing, we know where we need to hide. So those Hydra Shots are just hugging her. I don't know why, but there's the free space right here. I think most people got hit by that. I mean, look at this. Look at that raid wide damage. Yeah, I think most. Actually, I think it's about a half and half. Now that I'm looking at the HP bars, it looks like a good half and half, which is still too many considering we had a safe zone. But yeah, I think that one falls a little bit on the tank not moving to a safe zone. There's the last Burden of Pain going out right now. Hopefully we still get a taunt off. Perfect. So we're going to use our extra roll. Try to get some better pants. And nope. Got some AP. Got some AP. You've managed to do a heroic TOS group, go up to host, and raid time ran out for your raid. And you just smashed a Dark Heart Thicket. Finally got 30% haste to use a Devastator. Nice, man. Congratulations. Getting up there. What's up, Joshua? How you been? Your Naga does the same thing? What same thing are we talking about? Notice you don't use Spell Reflect when getting Burden of Pain. No, you can't Spell Reflect Burden of Pain. Burden of Pain is just a debuff that goes on you, and any damage that you take gets thrown out to the raid. So any damage that you take gets copied over to the rest of the raid, and it's only physical damage. The only time you would use Spell Reflect is when you pick up the ads. So the ads do spell damage entirely. So that's why when you have Burden of Pain, you pick up the ads and you tank the ads. And if you don't have Burden of Pain, you tank the boss. If you look, I have this. Let's see. Let me look this up for you, Phobonics. Oh, how it freezes up for a few seconds. Yeah, not quite sure why it does that. Phobonics, if you want to know kind of like when to use Spell Reflect or on what abilities, check out that video. I did a Prot Warrior Survival Guide for Tomb of Sargeras, where I break down when you need to have active mitigation up, when you should use Neltharian's Fury, Spell Reflect, kind of like any of your mitigation abilities. I have them listed there, and that one's for Prot Warrior specifically. I do have another video besides that one that I also made where I break down the types of damage and where they come from each fight. So I'll tell you magic damage comes from this ability this fight, it's about 20% of the damage done, or it's about 50%, or whatever damage it is. But that video right there will help you specifically with the Spell Reflect uses. So again, this pull, I like to aggro it and then run into this corner. They all run after me here, and I'll pick up AoE threat, and that's it. If they start dropping that lunar area on the ground, that's when I start moving them. That area right there. So what that does is it makes them take like 75% less damage or something. Doesn't do anything bad to you, it just makes them very tanky. So if you can, just get them out. Yeah, it also deals 107,000 shadow damage. Does it? Let me see. Curses causing them to suffer 1 million shadow damage every second. You're right. You're right. I hadn't seen that. I really thought it just copied the damage. But yeah, no, I don't. Normally when I use Spell Reflect is the Abyss Stalkers. So if we look at the Abyss Stalkers, they are going to be casting, not Dark Depths. They just do, and it's not even this. It doesn't even have their auto attacks, but their auto attacks are 100% shadow damage. So you see Abyss Stalker's melee attacks inflict shadow damage to their target. That damage is a lot worse than anything else that fight. So when I looked at Warcraft logs, the Abyss Stalker damage was the highest magic damage that fight. You're doing Emerald Nightmare right now for a balance of power. Nice. Somebody popped the bomb, somebody said kick, and everybody else was like, no, it's fine, it's fine. Hey, you know what? This is one pack you do want Spell Reflection on, 100%. That Frontal Cleave is just crazy. Alright, the DK is going to handle it. I'm fine with that. I wanted to get my damage in there, but the DK is just handling all those Frontal Cleaves. And that's okay. They have very, very good magic mitigation with their anti-magic shell. For every trap set off, a pug loses its wings. First time you did that pack, you got your ass handed to you. Yep. Also, melee DPS tends to die on that pack. If they run a little too far forward, they'll run in front of the boss, and yeah, they'll die. They take like 2 or 3 of those cleaves, and they instantly go down. Alright, so I think not everybody reset. Somebody said we still need to reset again. So reset our time warp there, and we should be alright now. Alright, so with this Sisters, Phase 1 can be solo tanked if you really want to do all the work yourself, but hopefully we get taunt-offs. It's great fun to troll your melee DPS with that pack. What I like to do is if I get Polymorph Bomb, I'll hug a healer. Yeah, I hug healers on Polymorph Bombs. So what I can do is either click their name and intervene to them, or try to heroic leap to them, but I try to do that. Alright, so they settled what healer is going to be using what cooldown for the eclipses, so We should be alright. Unless those healers go down. Then we'll be in trouble. All the melee DPS hug you so that you hug them with the... Ah, that's terrible. That's terrible. I'm sure your melee DPSers complain to you about their repair bill all the time. All the time. So one other thing is, just in case I haven't gotten a taunt off, so hopefully I get a taunt off here. No, okay. So I'm just gonna run myself over. That's fine. Also, whenever you're tanking any of these things or any of these phases, try to keep your stacks clear. And if you can't, if you are a prot warrior, what you can do is just heroic leap out and then charge back in, and it doesn't move the boss if you do it fast enough. So here are the glaives. Trying our best to dodge them. We aren't a serious guild. No, even serious guilds need to have fun, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I was in a very serious guild back in my day in Wrath of the Lich King. Very serious guild, and we would joke around all the time. Now on progression nights, yeah, no, don't joke on a progression boss. But if it's not a progression boss, or if it's a farm night after you've already gotten every boss down, 100% you can just joke around. Don't take things don't take things to heart. Which one is the worst for a group, Heroic Mistress or Heroic Desolate? I would say Heroic Desolate and Heroic Maiden are the two worst ones. Yeah, those are the two worst where they fail mechanics. However, the hardest ones to do still for a guild are Heroic Avatar and Kill Jaden. They just have like ridiculous caps. Like it's very unforgiving to do Kill Jaden, and you need a lot of DPS to do Avatar. But in terms of mechanics and not being able to get past the mechanic part of the phase, it would probably be Maiden or Desolate. I think Maiden has more issues because one bad apple can ruin everything. You have one bad person on Desolate, you can still kind of jump out, you know? You have one bad person on Desolate, that might be one bad echoing cry, which isn't too bad. See, like this one bad person in Sisters dropped that lunar fire for us, so that's not terrible. I still have plenty of area, but one bad person in Maiden ruins everything. Like that person made half of the raid become a bomb. They now have to jump in and somehow try to take the next hammer. Like, it's just not going to happen. They're dead. They're completely dead. So I think Maiden is the worst one in terms of mechanics, followed up by Desolate. Yeah, that's the thing with Maiden. All you need is one bad egg, you know? You have one bad person in there who doesn't know how to recognize what color they are, and it's a wipe. That's it. There's no way around it. You do another fight like Desolate or Mistress. Like in Mistress, if someone is really bad and they grab their Hydra Shot and take it to a corner with no one else, they're just gonna die by themselves, and that's it. There's nothing else around it. They just die by themselves, and next time you're gonna have more experienced people dealing with it. But Maiden is the one that's like, they can just mess everything up. DBM is off on the tornadoes in phase 3, and we don't have the goo on the floor for him. Yeah, you have to. Those, it's crazy how much of a priority those ads are. You have to take them down immediately. You stuck that Maiden on Pug. Oh man, Epic, you're stuck on a Maiden Pug? I mean, look at that. I mean, this guy was, he jumped out and jumped in, and then jumped out and jumped back in again. Like I saw him playing with that line. Like if it's LFR, Maiden is unforgiving, 100%. 100%. That Maiden is just, yeah. I think the worst part about it is when somebody turns someone into a bomb. It's like, who's gonna take the hammer? Like if your tank pops every cooldown, maybe they can take one hammer. You know what I mean? I mean, here we got a polymorph bomb too, but yeah, if your tank pops every cooldown, maybe they can take one hammer. They probably can't take 2 or 3. I mean, look, I don't know what this tank is doing. He pulled a lot of non-elites, which isn't too bad, I guess, but that might hurt our healers. Although we should be okay, right? Yeah. With that trap, you guys saw him, right? Jumping in and out and in and out. It was funny. I feel like that guy just does a lot of LFR, and he just jumps in and out. He's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it!" And he does it. Oh no! I almost went down. I thought I went down. I need to use my victory rush. I didn't know we had to pull those orbs. DBM used to trick you with the holy or fell debuff. That's why you use your weak auras. Yeah, my weak auras will tell you exactly which kind of infusion you have. That was something I wish I would have learned how to make my weak auras a little bit sooner, so there would be Emerald Nightmare weak auras, and I think it's too late to make Emerald Nightmare weak auras. But during Night Hold, that's when I was just kind of like, I need a weak aura for Gul'dan. It came out of necessity. When I needed to tank Gul'dan, I wanted to know exactly how much energy he has, but I also wanted to maximize my DPS on the eyes at the same time. So it was like, I really want to know what Gul'dan is at every moment, and I don't want to have to target him. So that's how I just kind of started that. What do you guys think that we're gonna pull that guy? Because I do. I think for sure we're gonna get some more trash in here. Doesn't have to be the world boss, but we're gonna get more trash in here. Can I solo take hammers in 10-man heroic? I've tried taking a solo hammer in, it was probably like a 13-man heroic, 13, 14, and I popped 2 cooldowns and it wasn't enough, but it was almost enough. So if I would have popped 1 more cooldown, then oh, there it is. We did pull everything. All right. Yeah, if I would have popped 1 more cooldown, it would have been enough. So I've been in the situation where I've had to take a solo hammer, and it was almost enough with 2 cooldowns. So had I popped 3, I would have been able to take 1, but then it would have been just barely. Like I would have lived very, very, like, I think less than 1 mil. So if it would have been the hammer plus 1 auto attack right after, no, would not have happened. Well, that's a wipe. That's a rip raid. As a pro, you can't, but you have to pop everything. Yeah. So I popped Demoralizing Shout and Last Stand when I did it. Why am I in combat? Really, all the way over here? So I popped Last Stand and Demoralizing Shout, and I almost survived it. So if I would have popped Spell Reflect as well, I would have lived with under 1 million, maybe like 800k or something like that. Depends on how high or low the damage rolls. There's a lot of people still alive over there fighting, but I think our other tank died as well. Pot Warrior is actually good for soloing the hammer, but once that's it, you just don't get sorted after you're done. So the hammer has 2 components too. The initial hit is magic damage. The puddle that it leaves under you is magic damage. But I think the damage that you share is physical. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I looked at the damage breakdowns, but it has 3 components in heroic mode. The pool on the ground, then there's a hit for the tank only, and then there's the hit that you split up. You did it on your monk with just 1 brew and you could survive it. Yeah, but monks don't take normal damage, you know? Because of stagger, monks take like, what, 70% of the damage as stagger or something? So if you brew right after you get hit, yeah, you should be okay. What's up, Dean? How you doing, man? From Hua in the UK. I was looking through like viewer lists. I've seen you around, Dean. You've been around here before. Welcome back. Cool. Daniel was great. The style of it and eventual gratification. Yeah, I like that cutscene after Gul'dan. I think he's the only death we've seen in a cutscene. Like, we've seen people get imprisoned, we've seen people get banished, we've seen people die kind of off camera when there's a cutscene. Oh god, this is still a big pull. We've seen people kind of die off camera when there's a cutscene, and then you go back to the game and you have to kill them. So we've seen all sorts of weird ways of kind of death, but I think Gul'dan is the first person we see in a cinematic death, just kind of shown to you, like, he died, and it was so gratifying, so gratifying. That was a really good one. But you can solo it the whole fight. Solo what? The maiden? Shield wall and last stand should be enough, but you also pop demo. Yeah, you live with like no HP though. That's the thing. If you take the hammer, you probably can't take the hammer and one auto attack after. I mean, it's that close for Prot Warriors. You also have 9 mil HPS. Yeah, Prot Warriors. If you're running Devastator, you lose so much HP. So much HP. What was my eye level goal? What's my eye level goal by the start of next raid? If I hit 940, that'd be amazing. But even then, I feel like with this gear, with 937 equipped, I feel like I can walk into heroic mode and be fine. But we are gonna have that period of like the Mythic Pluses dropping 930 as well, like that first few weeks when it kind of comes up. So I honestly feel like I'm geared for progression through heroic, because if we look here, let's see, raids and then Taurus, if we go in heroic mode and we look at the loot, it starts dropping 945. So I'm what, 8 item levels below. So I don't think I'm geared enough to, or not that I know I'm not geared enough to go through to Argus because he drops 955. But I'm geared enough for the first wing, maybe 2 wings, and then after that is when I'll have to start being like, all right, I need to look for more upgrades. I need to do this. I need to do that. So for right now, I think I'm geared enough to walk in. That Pug life. You guys saw that pull for that Pug life? You always see characters and come steal kill from us. Oh, you were running Indomitable before Phobonics? Yeah. HP takes a really big dip. You're 940, 941 depending on the gear you use. Nice. The thing that I need to upgrade is my helmet, my pants. Those are 2 915s, and my necklace is a 920. Everything else, like that's a 920, but it's tier, so it's got a little bit more value to it. These are 920 ring, but it has so much haste in it, 2.3k haste. Yeah, hopefully my weapon gets a few more item levels as well through AP. So there's a few other things that are slowly gonna get up. Where's the other tank? The other tank's going down. Perfect. Oh, Feast is in the bottom realm. Got it. I was like, why am I not eating it? What would my recommendation be for gearing up from 925 item level, the fastest and most efficient? The fastest and most efficient is get a guild that runs heroic. 100%. If that is not an option for you, and you don't want to go through the trouble of going through pugs, your most efficient way is to do greater invasion points. They drop 930s. If you have a token and you didn't get the gear you wanted, use the token, get another piece of 930 or another roll, add a piece of 930, and do your plus 10s every week. The gear drops from there, I believe, is 915 item level and has a very good chance of Titan Warforging, so you're more than likely going to get an upgrade. So Mythic pluses and greater invasion points, but if you can bear with being in a pug, or if you're in a guild that runs heroic, start going to heroic runs with them, or start joining pugs that do heroics. So it depends on who you are. There are some people who don't have the patience for pugging, and if you're one of those, then just avoid it. Do greater points and do mythic pluses, but you're gonna have to do some sort of instance content, right? Whether it's Mythic pluses or it's raids, you have to pick your poison. Pick one of the two, and then you'll be all right. So here's a Rupturing Slam. That one didn't hit me. Have you gotten any info on the new legendaries from Argon expansion and the new raid and whatever is after that? I don't think there's going to be another raid after that. Oh, that javelin was right on me. I'm glad I moved out of the way of that. Alright. So, as in terms of what's going to happen after the next raid, I think they're going to have one more raid to kind of be a filler raid. But that's it in terms of like tier. Like the big raids drop tier here, right? So the big raids are going to be dropping, like Night Hold, they dropped tier 19. TOS dropped tier 20. I think we're done with that. I think there's not going to be any more tier after we do the next one. We're going to have tier 21. And then that's going to really be it. After that, we are just going to be getting maybe one filler raid for the next expansion. So like at the end of, I think at the end of Wrath, at the end of BC, we got Sunwell. That was a filler raid. At the end of Wrath, we got Ruby Sanctum. That was a filler raid. So I think after the next raid on Taurus, I think we're gonna get a filler raid. So nothing major in terms of like a big race that people are gonna be wanting to see, because November 3rd and 4th is BlizzCon, and they said, what was it? Ian said something like, we're excited to show you what's next or something, or we're excited to reveal something to you. He said something along the lines that made everybody go, yep, he's talking about a new expansion, and I really do think so. Legion is a year and maybe like 3 months old at this point, a year and 2 months old, something like that. So it'll be about a year and a half, 2 years old by the time we get the next expansion. So yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time for a new expansion, and then after that there won't be too much to do. But in terms of the legendaries and the new raid, there is no firm thing. Although I don't know why he taunted. This is mine first. I'm in the top realm. So one of the viewers, Max, oh God, Max did mention that for this next expansion, no B-reses, no B-reses. This is gonna suck. We have a ton of people that can B-res, but nobody's B-resing. So in terms of the legendaries, somebody did mention to me how, and I don't know why that didn't take. I don't know why that didn't take. So yeah, in terms of the legendaries, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but Max here in the chat did say that they're going to have a system where you get to pick, pick your legendaries. So that might be exciting. You get to show when you're gonna. That was very much a ripkey. You get to pick when your next roll is gonna be. So that's gonna be cool. I need to take a look at the PTR. Max just told me about that today, so I need to take a look at that and see what the deal is with that. You're looking for Avatar Heroic Shoulders? Yeah, I need an upgraded one to those. Got 935 to drop from Greater Invasion. Nice. Thrall stole our Geralt. Yeah. So they do that for lore. So in lore, that they basically say that we are not powerful enough to kill these things. We're just adventurers. So we help them. We help people like Thrall land the kills. Which, I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. I feel like we got all those kills, but yeah, they do it for lore. Illidan stole your Zera kill. Am I as unlucky as you are with the weekly chest? My luck so far with the weekly chest Phobonics has been every other week I get something decent. So one week I'll get something that's terrible, and the next week I'll get something good. And then one week I get something terrible. So I'm like 50-50. Although overall, since the chest first came out, it wasn't that good. But with these new chests in 7.3 that have a higher chance of Titan forging, yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing pretty good since the beginning. No, the beginning it was pretty bad. Not gonna lie to you, but ever since that thing kind of got changed, it's not too bad. There's an item level 1000 ring. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's right here, Insignia of the Grand Army. So that's the only new legendary that I've seen added. It's not a bad ring at all, but it's not a great ring either. I think its item level is really what's going to carry it, but all the other legendaries are going to get the 1000 item level. It's probably going to be a quest, yeah. There's a token that triggers when you get a legendary. Yeah, so I need to take a look at that, and then I'll get back to you guys on that. It's mainly to get attributes from the Netherlight Crucible, yeah. We do all the work and they get famous. We're probably scribbled down in a book somewhere. They're like, and then Nerds Rules taunted, and the boss went to him. Five weeks in a row you got crit items. Yeah, I get a lot of crit items as well. We're just errand boys in this game. Yeah, I wonder how they're... So the next expansion, if they do like old gods, a lot of people have said, when are they going to do void lords? I don't think someone like us is allowed to kill a void lord unless they bring out the new hero class, and the new hero class is a titan, and then we roll as a titan, and then we have to kill him as a titan. But I hope they don't do that. Nerd, don't worry about it. You're in a history book somewhere, and it probably sounds like the movie guy, and it's awesome. Kill Gul'dan and Mythic. Every time you do a quest, you think, why don't you do this yourself? Right? Because the quest givers, after they give you a quest, they just stand there, right? They just stand around. It's not like they're busy doing something else. They're not running around like doing all sorts of other things. They just kind of stand around, and they just wait for you to finish. But hey, you know what? If they're paying you for it, they're giving you gear, giving you gold. So I mean, they're paying you. Alright, so these ads will slowly work their way over to me. And we do have someone in the other realm who is actually popping their armor, so that's kind of cool. Again, it's not really necessary. You should be able to take all this just fine. Good luck with the raid. Thank you, man. Oh, Phobonics, have a good night, man. Thank you for stopping by. On Friday, if you want to join us, you can. Same time as today, we do a run with all the viewers. So if you want to do a TOS run with us, hop over and let me know on Friday. I kind of chill and chat for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes before I start inviting a bunch of other people. So hopefully you heard that, and hopefully you join us on Friday. There's a Tormented Cries on someone. At least they're running it to the edge. That's good. We are going to be pushing that 30% again, which is good that it's happening right now before we get any more ads. I'd rather it happen now than with ads. So here it is. That's good. These ads just lost their bone armor, so that's also really good. And that guy taunted off me again. No, top realm is first. Top realm is first. There's a Rupturing Slime. It's gonna knock me back. There it is. Whoops, whoops, we missed Haunted. Hopefully they get it back. There it is. Perfect. Alright, so all the ads are dead. Now we just have the main bosses up and the Desolate Host. So as long as some people run in here... That guy ran away. You guys saw that guy? That Demon Hunter was terrified of this. He's also got Soulbind on him. I may have to get the hell out of here. Yeah, I have to get the hell out of here. Perfect. So the main boss is dead. Now we just have ping pong with the Desolate Host. New hero class Necromancer. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. I think a Necromancer would probably just be a mix of Death Knight and Warlock though. But it would be cool to summon just a ton of things to do your bidding, right? I think they should add another class that can do one of everything. So when they added Monk, they did that, right? So Monk can tank, heal, and DPS. It'd be cool to add another class that can do that, so that the raid, so that the loot kind of goes everywhere and more people play it. More people play it in different roles. Because when monks were introduced, a lot of people roll monks nowadays because you can have those 3 roles. You'll see DPS monks, you'll see tanking monks, you'll see healing monks, you'll see them all. And then adding a new class like Demon Hunters, who only have 2 roles, you see less of them. Although we still see a lot of them because they're brand new, but they're gonna slowly fall off. What server am I on? EU? No, I'm on US, man. Sorry. Walrus? What are we doing, Walrus? Oh, new hero race equals Walrus hype. What are they called? The Anglers? Or what are they called? I know which ones you're talking about. They're in Wrath of Lich King. And yeah, those were interesting people. Those are an interesting class. You like the quest where you're the quest giver and you don't have to pay anyone to do it? Monks are so uncommon. I see a lot of monk tanks and healers. I don't see a lot of monk DPSers though, to be fair. I feel like the class I see the least is warlocks, but I think that's just because I want a warlock in every raid to just help summon people. But I feel like warlocks are a little bit less represented. The Tuskar, there it is. Everyone wants Murloc. I don't know if I'd roll a Murloc, to be honest. New hero class will be the one with 3 tank specs. I would not be opposed to that. What class would that be though? Would it be a what would that be? I was gonna say a Vrykul, but I can see them being healers because that's typically their role. They kind of resurrect people. But what would a class that has just 3 tanking specs be? I would imagine that might be like historically a Death Knight even. They're just always supposed to be very tanky. They're undead. They're supposed to like just kind of spring back up. Endless waves of them. But I don't know. Monk DPS is in PvP everywhere. In PvP, yeah. Don't see it too much in PvE. Video's lagging. YouTube must be turning into an actual tube. No, YouTube has been lagging for me today. I'm not sure why. When we started off the stream today, it was giving me a few errors, and I don't know why. Not sure if it's me or if it's them. I want to say it's them because I restarted everything. I was having a few issues with my BNet client. I restarted everything and just trying to watch a YouTube video, like when I was loading up the music and stuff, it was giving me some issues. So I think it's them, but I'm not sure. You keep having to reload. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's them or me. I'll take a look at it. I'll have to reboot everything and take another look at it. I don't want it to be like this on Friday as well. We should say it's them. It's them. It's them. Alright. So here we have Holy and Fell and oh man, sorry, Holy and Fell. We are gonna get this down. Make sure we're on the correct side. Is that one? Wait, did that one Demon Hunter? Oh, that one Demon Hunter wasn't even damaging. Trash. You heard BM Monk is pretty bad in PvP? Yeah, there's the only tank that had a little bit of viability at one point was Paladin. That is the only tanking class that had even a little bit of viability in like arena teams. Unless we're talking about RBGs. RBGs are all about tanking Demon Hunters because of the movement. Do I think it's still better to use the 4-piece of TOS with the 2-piece of Nighthold to maximum DPS? Oh, on the BM spec. I don't know too much about BMs to be completely honest. Yeah, I don't know too much about Beastmaster Hunters. I know that for my DPS Druid, my Boomkin, using the old 2-piece and the new 2-piece is pretty good. But let me get you this link. Also, if you guys have not voted on the new emoji, go take a look at that and help me vote for the next emoji so that you guys can see the next emoji that you want to see. But Dean, go to Ask Mr. Robot, and there you can type in your character's name and you can see what gear you have, and then you can click on a specific set of gear and equip it, and you can see how much of a percentage upgrade it would be. So if we're talking about running the 2-piece and the 4-piece, you can even click there's a button in the bottom that says best in slot. You click best in slot and it shows you, like, if you ran mythic mode raids, what would be the best gear. But Ask Mr. Robot is very good for any DPSer. I highly suggest it. It parses you, it kind of simulates your DPS in real time according to individual upgrades or to multiples. Like, you can equip 1 piece or you can equip 2 pieces and see if both of them together are additively better. Like, that's what happens sometimes. So hopefully we get a taunt off here because the first hammer is holy. Perfect. I see one Fell person on the other side. So there it is. Everybody on the holy side is now a bomb. So yeah, we're not gonna have, and everybody in the Fell is now a bomb as well because they stood in the pool. So this hammer is happening in 2 seconds, and let's hope I have enough people here. That was enough, but we now have 5 people dead. So yeah, there was one person on the wrong side, turned everybody the wrong color. So if we wipe on this, we'll do the giveaway. Just because this group has been pretty uncoordinated for the rest of the run as well. Yeah, hey, no problem, Dean. I really like using that site. Anytime I get like a new piece of gear that's a higher item level on my Boomkin, I know like my Boomkin has weird breakpoints, right? My Boomkin needs like 24% crit or 29, but in between it's not that good. So since I have those weird breakpoints, I always go to this site and type in the new set of gear that I got and try to see if it's better or if it's worse. Every now and then, getting more haste is not better for me because I'm lacking a little bit of crit for my crit breakpoint. So it's always good to kind of go through that site and kind of do it individually by piece. So yeah, I really like using that site. It makes simming really easy and intuitive in one like little web area. Prot has the bash or whatever that sends people flying. Oh, you mean Dragon Roar? It has Dragon Roar, but it doesn't. Dragon Roar is not that great. It's good for BGs, sure, but even in terms of why is this guy? Why is that? The other tank is running into everyone. I'm not sure why. Okay, all right. I guess we're all just hugging each other. I guess they just want to call a wipe. So we'll do the giveaway now. Hopefully I don't fall all the way down. That takes forever to release. So we'll get to the giveaway now. So for the giveaway, we have non-combat pets, but we also have a mount, and we have the Garn Night Howl. Let me pull it up here. Let me look at my. Here we go. Rip Undead. This is officially a Rip raid. That's it. It's a Rip raid. We're gonna do the giveaway. Let me get out of here and set up the giveaway on my end. Taught yourself how to learn the fights and class by looking at Warcraft logs. Yeah, I agree. I hadn't main tanked for a while, so when Legion first dropped and I wanted to tank again, tanking was very different than what I was used to. When I was a main tank for my old guild, when I was really pushing like that realm first and stuff like that, it was during Wrath of the Lich King. It was a very long time ago, and so when Legion came out, I was really excited about it, and I really wanted to get back up there. So when I started Legion, I had to learn again from scratch, and so you can even see that journey from the beginning of my videos. In the beginning of my videos, I focus entirely on what to dodge, and then in the later part of my videos, now I focus on what to dodge, but also how to survive certain things and what kind of damage they are and what that means to you as a tank and how it affects you. And so I think the content has shifted a little bit as I've also relearned everything. Wonder if you can dismiss the bomb pet to summon in the bank. I don't know what bomb pet you're talking about. You're being told that unstable Arcano Crystal is also best trinket to use, especially if you get it high. Yes, Dean. The unstable Arcano Crystal is going to be best in slot for almost any class that's DPSer. But getting a high roll is very, very difficult. But I know that there are some people who, like, let's say, like for myself, I run Heroic TOS. I don't think I'll ever walk into Mythic. So my gear is as good as it's going to get unless I get lucky with Warforges and Titan Forges. So what I can do is get all of my Veiled Argonite, and with that Veiled Argonite, I can buy trinkets every time. Just buy a trinket every single time and hope for a good Arcano Crystal. And I know that there's plenty of people that do that with Arcano Crystals. So, I mean, do that for Arcano Crystals. Sorry, so let's get to the giveaway and then I'll catch up with the rest of chat. So for this giveaway, we have the Fragment of Desire, we have the Smolderweb Hatchling, Leviathan Hatchling, Valkyr. I got Rattlejaw. Rattlejaw is new. We got G0R4. We got the Sinister Squashling, Abyssius, Chrominius, the Voodoo Figurine, a Soul Broken Whelpling, the Clockwork Rocketbot, the Pint-Sized Pink Pachyderm. We have the Porcupet, and we have the Fungal Abomination, Blight Breath, Elementium Geode, Lil Bad Wolf, Lil Smokey, and Pet Bombling. Now let me set up the giveaway real quick. And we also have the Garn Night Howl. If you want the mount, let me know, and I have to go to my other realm for that as well. So there's the giveaway. Dark, thank you for the donations. Honestly, thank you for the 2 donations today. That means a lot. It's honestly like donations like you and sponsorships and just sharing and everything that really keeps this going. So honestly, Dark, shout out to you. And Dark, shout out to you for not being scared of jumping into TOS without ever doing it and one-shotting every boss. We one-shot every boss, Dark, you and I. So that was good. Somebody just whispered me this 915 Arcano Crystal so we can see that and be jealous of it. If you would like to be part of the giveaway, type in the word giveaway right now and you will be entered. You need to have watched for a total of what would that be? 50 minutes. So if you watched live streams for a total of 50 minutes, whether they were only today, the last week, whatever it is, you need to have enough currency for that. And once you have enough currency, I will meet you over in the beginning of the Orc starting area. And so this is for the pets. And if you want the mount, just let me know and I will hop over and show you and give you that mount. The mount is the Garn Night Howl as well. But I'll start heading over to the beginning and catch up. This NPC scan add-on, I'm gonna have to get rid of it. They haven't updated it and it just keeps breaking. How does it work? The giveaway? Kane, you just type in the word giveaway. So actually, let me see. Kane, are you part of it? Not yet. So if you just type in the word giveaway, you'll be entered. You got that Arcano Crystal on 930. I'm jealous. Ezekiel, thank you for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you Friday. So for those of you who aren't here for the giveaway, you guys were just here to see the keys and the heroic TOS. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for always supporting and sharing and being part of this community. Whether you're here only for live streams or you're here only you're watching the VODs and you can't, you know, watch the live streams when they are live. Thank you for that. And thank you for being a great community. Like, I think the large majority of feedback I get is positive or constructive in some way. I know that there's been a few videos where I fall a little bit short, and you guys let me know I would have liked to see this, and that in that video. So I always appreciate your criticism and your constructive criticism, and thank you guys honestly for joining me. And if you guys are here for the giveaway, we'll have somebody selected very, very soon. You were still terrified, Dark. You did great, man. You did great. Ian Ross, thank you for subscribing. I hope you are enjoying the live streams, and I hope you enjoy the regularly scheduled content. I'm also working on building a community Discord where I'm gonna have the inventory for the giveaways. I'm gonna have room for you guys to like chill out. You guys can even get pugs in there and go into the rooms and run your own pugs. You're at work? Yeah, I do stream a little bit early. So as time goes on, maybe we'll keep adding more and more streams depending on how the runs end up going. So right now we don't have enough people to completely do one viewer filled raid, but when we do, we might be able to start looking into getting more. Finally hit the 1K mark, getting rich. Type it in here. Yeah, Kane, just type in the word giveaway here on the stream. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So you've seen a bunch of people type in just the word giveaway. If you just type in the word giveaway right here in chat, the robot will pick it up, use your currency, and get you into the giveaway. See you Friday, Chaos. Friday, Jasper, Friday is the same time as today, which is starting at about 3.5 hours ago. So I don't know what time zone you're in. It's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So about 3.5 hours ago is about when I start the stream. You won't be here this Friday either, but next Friday you will be on for sure. We'll wait for you next Friday, Demon Hunter, guaranteed. You got unstable Arcano Crystal from Jim the first time he was active. I've only gotten one unstable Arcano Crystal, and it was the regular item level. No Titan Forging. You might not have enough money. If you need 15 coins. 15 coins. You better enter quick, Kane. Kane, do it with... Oh, Katie won. Katie, I think you have a player already in this realm. Do you want me to meet you in the beginning area or in Orgrimmar? And congratulations, Katie. And also, do you want the pet or the mount? You get to pick, Katie. This is Katie's second time winning. Yeah, this is her second time winning. Although, Kane, I'll tell you what, we do one big giveaway every month where I give away a WoW token, and that does cost more than 15. But you're in here enough where I think you're generating enough coins. In the beginning area and a pet. Alright, for sure. I'm running over there right now. For everyone who was here to try to win the pet, thank you for stopping by. And also, if you guys have not, before you guys leave, if you guys have not yet voted on the next emoji, please do so. and we have the ability to have 3 emojis, and when we get up to 15 sponsors, we'll be able to have 4. So for now, is it money or curious coins? No, Kane, it's a currency. It's a currency that I have a bot running, and it gives you this currency depending on how much time you watch my stream. So it has nothing to do with your in-game currency of World of Warcraft. It's kind of like, if you watch my stream, I want to reward you for being here and being active and watching and participating. So if you watch my stream, you slowly get a currency that's only for this channel. You've come in at the end. Yes, you have, DT. Yes, you have. Unfortunately. Yeah, Kane. So once a month we do a giveaway where we give away a token, and then the other giveaways are so far they're mostly pets. We've gotten 1 mount courtesy of Epic Forever, and I'll try to get more mounts as time goes on. I'll try to kind of work on the inventory a little bit, but trying to build out the Discord a little bit first, and then we'll be able to have all of these things kind of nice and tidy for everyone. Oh, you were making a heroic EN run? DT, I'm sorry. Yeah, the stream is done for today. We had 2 rip keys, 1 good key, and then with our heroic TOS group we got all the way up to Maiden, and then Maiden got really bad. There was a lot of people walking in the wrong sides actually. So here's Katie. Katie, what pet would you like? Can you donate stuff to give away? Absolutely, Kane. You can either send it in a mail to me, or you can, yeah, you can probably mail it to me, or if you catch me online, that's another way of doing it as well. But Sebastian has given stuff, Epic has given stuff, Asherit has given stuff. There's been quite a few people that have donated things to the live stream. So yeah, there's definitely. Which ones were there? So let me invite you to a party, and I will post them in party chat. Let's see, hopefully you accept the invite so that I can post them to you. Thank you everyone for stopping by. If you didn't vote in the straw poll, please do so that I know exactly what emoji to make next for you guys. And honestly, thank you guys for stopping by. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'm active on there as well. I post things on there. And so yeah, there's Twitter, there's also the community tab here on YouTube. I just started that yesterday with the posting of the poll for the next emoji, but I will be posting more things on that community section when I start getting the Discord up and running. I'll make sure to notify you guys there as well as here. But honestly, thank you guys for stopping by and supporting. It really does mean a lot, and shout out to all the sponsors. And Kane, as far as like donations, you can't really give away stuff like Legos. What you can give away are mounts that you haven't used yet. So if they're in your inventory, you haven't, you know, if they have to kind of be in your bags like this, and there's a few of them. And pets, a lot of pets, you can put them in a cage and give them away. Won't be able to participate on Friday, Dizzy or Drizzy. You'll be at the fire station. Yeah, hopefully you can tune in between calls though. For sure. Chrominius. Alright, Katie. Katie chose Chrominius. There it is. So Katie chose Chrominius. You just learned it. Congratulations to Katie for the giveaway. And Drizzy, hopefully we do catch you a little bit on chat here on Friday if you can stop by. If not, I understand. You're leveling your Horde Pally. Do I have my armory link somewhere? LG, let me get that for you. I have my armory in the new area I'm going to do for the Discord, but let me get that for you right now. So yeah, not on here. I've been trying to get the bot to recognize certain commands, but it's always an uphill struggle. But LG, there you go. That's my armory for my character. You'll make an effort next week. You're away on Friday. That's fine. That's fine. If you guys can't make it, I completely understand. Thank you again by making our Wednesday and Fridays a lot of fun. You guys are welcome. You guys make my Wednesdays and Fridays a lot of fun too. Honestly, I really enjoy streaming to you guys. You guys are an amazing community. Peon Fuddle with the hammer time.
Yeah. Work. Bye.
Actually, we should do that by doing this.
Bye.
Thank you guys.